All right. We are live on both YouTube and TikTok. Today we're going to be talking about some clothing drawing. We did a couple little demos over the last few streams. I did a couple of little clothing demos here and there. This one is from a video that I'm currently editing into a YouTube video, or I guess a live stream that I'm editing to make it a video. And then this one was just something from yesterday as well, which I actually forgot I did this one, so I'll have to find new clothing to study.
Looks very good.
But yeah, so I'm honestly just organizing this page a little bit. I think Christina is setting up her mannequin. Do you want to? Are you sure you want to do that off screen, off stream, or do we want it? Probably do it for a demo for people so they can actually see it.
I do like this reference, so I was gonna like kind of do a little bit of doodling on the side before we get started, but
okay, I thought you were drawing it.
I was, and then I was like probably gonna draw it again later on, but
that's all good.
Yeah. Hey Salem, hey Lau, hey.
I just have a messy canvas is all.
Yeah. Hey Wolfpack.
Hello, welcome.
How's everyone doing on this lovely Sunday?
Sunday.
I love drawing clothes. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing some dresses as well. We go to the mall every once in a while, and we'll just take a bunch of references of clothing on mannequins. And actually, I found quite a few good ones. I would say we have pretty good taste. Just got the classes. No, wait, really?
Huh?
BH Gamer, you just got Anime Art School?
BH Gamer, are you for realsies right now? That is awesome. Congrats. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
It's been raining all day. I wish it rained all day here. It kind of feels like that kind of day. And, with daylight savings or just with winter coming and, 6 p.m. is already starting to get dark, it's like, yeah, it should be like rainy season.
Baby Jack's here. Jack. Oh, I forgot I have my little helicopter hat. Yeah, I did a little bit of warming up before stream today. A little bit of figure drawing. Let me see if it's appropriate to show on stream here. I'll just erase this.
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's appropriate.
Yeah. And even then, they will probably be like, it's not appropriate.
A little bit of figure drawing before stream today. I had to warm up. Did a little, three of them. I don't remember. They were like 5 to 10 minute figures or so. Pretty happy with it, though I should be doing a lot more figure drawing.
If you don't know how to draw something, do draw it anyway, despite it not looking good at the end. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really depends on the context, right? I would say under most circumstances, yeah, for sure. I would say definitely draw it.
Yeah, I mean, like if you told the baby like, oh, you shouldn't walk because you'll just fall down anyways, the baby will never learn how to walk. So, drawing is very much like that. Is like learning how to walk.
Yeah, absolutely. Proceed without any fear. That's kind of the main advice that I have been giving lately. It's like people ask all the time, if you were starting over, what is the number one piece of advice you would give your beginning self? I would say proceed without any fear. Dive into everything with no fear. That's 100% what I would say. If I could give my past self one single piece of advice, it's proceed without fear.
Yep.
There's literally no reason to be afraid. My friends who are the absolute best, they get the best because they just relentlessly practice without any fear. What's the live about today? We are doing clothing drawing.
Clothing.
Stuff like this. We're going to teach you how to draw clothes from a reference and study it and understand the big main folds. I've got a couple of notes here. We're going to talk about underlying body volumes. We're going to talk about primary tension and compression points. We're going to talk about ignoring the small stuff, main, light, and dark. And then I've just written ignoring on the bottom.
Ignoring.
Details.
Thank you for the follows.
There's probably a dumb question, but is the best way to break down an arm is a tube with a thinner end and a box with a thinner start for a hand? I don't think that's a dumb question at all. I think that's a great question. Yeah, generally, I don't even have my tablet out. Generally speaking, when you draw an arm, And this relates because we're going to be doing a bunch of
mannequin stuff.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a bunch of mannequins and stuff today. So let me just get this tablet out. Here we go.
Yeah.
Arm is a tube. Yeah, for sure. I've seen people break down the upper arm as a box like this. And then a lot of the time people will break down the lower arm as a cylinder that transforms into a box. This is like sort of like this. So you kind of have that sort of thing. That's a pretty good breakdown for the lower arm. And then it transitions nicely into the hand. It'll transition pretty nicely into the hand. But for our purposes today, we are definitely not going to be breaking down the upper arm into a box. We are going to be breaking down, see, there's an arm. We are going to be breaking down the arms, probably just using cylinders because, you know, when we're drawing clothes and draping fabric around them, they're pretty much just cylinders for all of our needs.
Yeah.
See, pretty much an arm. And the reason the upper arm looks like this is because you've basically got the bicep on the front, the tricep on the back, the brachialis in the middle.
I can rewatch live on your YouTube channel, right?
Yep.
Yes, you can. That is genius.
That's a pretty good, or a pretty common breakdown. I know a lot of people kind of break it down this way. I think the one that I heard was Gottfried Baum's. I think that was probably the one that I heard it from. I actually learned it in a tutorial by Ognian Sporin very first time I heard it, and he was breaking down the arm, how Gottfried Baum's broke down the arm. So he has an anatomy book.
Very good, by the way. Like I kind of looked into it a bit, and very good.
It's an anatomy book.
Very descriptive.
But today we're just going to be breaking down the arms. Essentially, first we're going to start with rectangles, and then we're just going to turn them into simple cylinders. You know, maybe this one goes back, maybe this one comes forward. And that will be plenty to put clothing on.
Yeah.
Right? This is absolutely plenty to do clothes. So it's going to be, you know, something along the lines of like that for an arm, probably.
Is it like a chain?
What's that?
Is it like a chain?
Yeah, it's very similar, like a chain. There's a lot of people who break down the arm like a chain. This is... Yeah, not to get too into it, but like this is the deltoid is basically one of the links. This is another one of the links. And then the radiobrachialis moving into the bottom arm is kind of like another one of the links. So a lot of people break it down that way. A lot of sculptors will kind of start by sort of making crisscrossing boxes, actually.
Huh. Crisscrossing boxes.
Yeah, like they'll kind of go like this and like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then they'll go like this. A lot of sculptors will start breaking down the arm like that. So that top part would basically be, you know, not that this is a whole arm tutorial, but like, you know, this would be the chain.
Okay, I see people using circles for arms. Circles?
I've never seen somebody use a circle.
Do you mean like ovals? I've never seen it before.
You know, not saying you can't. I've never seen it myself.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
a lot of people break it down like this.
Yeah. I mean, people end up making a successful arm out of it, then by all means.
Yeah. Like a circle. I'm not really sure how I would turn that into an arm.
Yeah.
There. A lot of people will do that. It's kind of like a simplification of this sort of thing. You know, this being the deltoid, the shoulder, this being the upper arm, front is the bicep, back is the tricep, in the middle is your, you know, brachialis, and then your radiobrachialis comes out, and then this turns into like your radius and your ulna and all that. And then, you know, of course,
ooh,
you get like the hand and stuff down there, but
very nice.
We're not going to talk too much about arms today. We're just going to be doing the cylinder thing. Cylinder, into another cylinder. This is plenty to be able to draw a sleeve of a shirt. So we'll probably talk about that. Like this one right here, we just drew this very simple mannequin.
And for the
Was
most
a
part,
cylinder.
that's all you'll need for most bodies too.
Yeah, you pretty much just need the direction that's coming, whether it's going away from you or coming towards you. That's pretty much all you need. You just need something to hang the cloth off of, and then it's, you know, pretty simple there. But anyways, what do you got going on here?
Oh, I'm not working on anything. I'm just I was watching you do this, but I just did like a little mannequin
Hey,
like that.
Chaotic Gremlin girl.
Hey. Oh, that's Chaotic Gremlin Girl. But yeah, like you can definitely also simplify arms and, you know, the body as well, like cylinders, and then adding spheres for the joints. You know, that also works as well. But we'll talk about like how to build something like this. And I think a lot of it comes down to simple lines. Like anyone can draw a line, right? If you just take your pencil and you're like, okay, I can draw this line, and I can draw this line, and this line, and this line, you know, that's pretty simple. But like what you're essentially doing is you're starting with something two-dimensional, and then you're adding a center line, and you're like, okay, now this is something that is three-dimensional, but still simple. Right? I would say like if you draw this like a lot of times as a simplification for the torso, you can do it. It'll get better.
Yeah.
So like yeah, we can do that for this one too. But anyways, go ahead.
Circular stuff or curved lines for almost anything sketch. Curved lines for anything sketch is a great solution.
It is a great solution.
Curved lines are dynamic and interesting. John Asaro was known for making, you know, noodles. Absolutely stunning painter. His work kind of looks like Soroya's.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
actually, I do.
Like
remember
I
seeing some of
confuse
it.
their work sometimes.
Ah, that's cool.
Let me look. We're probably not going to do any tutorials on anime stuff right now. This is pretty much going to stay a clothing stream. Maybe later on in stream when we change subjects, but for now we're just going to do... Don't give them pupils.
Oh.
Draw blind people in anime style.
I mean, you can not give them pupils. You can make their pupils faded. You know that there's multiple ways. Like you can just look up existing anime characters with that are blind and see how they do it.
What if it's fitted clothing? We'll probably talk about that a little bit later, but fitted clothing is going to just more closely mimic, and the folds are going to usually be more kind of like lines around the form.
Yeah.
But we'll probably talk about that a little bit later. Hey, ouchie.
I do have references of tighter clothing. So if you want to draw like a mannequin from a reference, what I do is I'll kind of analyze the proportions first, and you know, since I only have from the head to the thighs or to the knees, I can just say, okay, let's just go from the head to the bottom of the crotch, and we can just start dividing from there. Like this is if you're gonna like be a bit more analytical about it, which I think is still important, right? So here, the head to the neck to the rib cage. If you take a look at this measurement right here, these are all about the same height. So you can use this as a measurement. So what I do here is sometimes I'll start off with the head, and then I'll kind of go like this.
The best way to draw anything in anime is to just study reality first, in my opinion. Yeah, if y'all don't know by now, big surprise, we're pretty much just like a Trojan horse. We say we're Draw Anime Academy, but in reality, we're just drawing fundamentals, and then a lot of the time we'll just stylize it a little bit and make it anime. So it's like cheesy vegetables.
Cheesy vegetables.
Yeah, we are the cheesy vegetable channel.
The cheese is the anime, the vegetable is the... That's so funny, cheesy vegetables. I really like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like once we have this set up, we can just, you know, put it into our own drawing. And we're like, okay, yeah, head is about this big. To the neck is about 1 unit.
Love that, yeah. It's really just the same thing. Like a cast shadow is a cast shadow. A core shadow is a core shadow. And a body is a body. An arm is an arm. A shirt is a shirt. Like, it's anime just kind of gets a lot of people attracted to it.
Yep.
Because it seems easier. It's actually, I guess it kind of is a little bit easier. There's less to think about, and therefore it's easier, but it's the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know, you can see Christina's demo yesterday. Crap, it wasn't here.
It wasn't here.
Never mind.
It was on the
It was on the Huion.
I mean, I could go to the demo section.
I'll just bring it up.
Okay. Well, I have it here.
I'll bring it up.
Sure.
You just do your thing, because your colors would be bad there anyways.
That's true.
Yeah, oh yeah, if anybody wanted to see Christina's demo with the proper colors from yesterday.
So then here, you know, and this is where this is very malleable, right? Like, so like initially I did not have the proportions correct, so I'm just like transforming this over and over until I get it right. But anyways, Colton can show you what I did.
Yeah, this is what Christina did on stream on the Huion yesterday.
I quite like it. It's cute.
Yeah. By the way, Huion sent us a free tablet. They actually reached out to us. We didn't reach out to them or anything. And they asked if we would review it, and really like it. The Huion Canvas 16 Gen 3. Really nice tablet. I actually like it. I gave the ultimate compliment this morning without even realizing it. I said I could actually work professionally on this thing, and it wouldn't be an issue. You know, working professionally as an artist for a long time, like messing with it, like I'm like, yeah, I could use this for work.
Mm-hmm. You're like, oh yeah, that's a good compliment.
Yeah. But anyways, here's Christina's demo.
So like, I'm kind of treating this as not just a clothing study, but also a people drawing study. That I like to do like multitasking studies, I guess. So yeah, do this a lot, and you'll be able to get it. As you can see, my body is very, very simple. No anatomy just yet. It's just a bunch of tubes, like with a little bit of indentation. So like,
what we're talking about for the
yes.
most part.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a stream earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and it was some guy that helps people do live streams, and he was just like, yeah, just have like a little list of bullet points of what you're going to cover on stream. And I'm like, you know, we used to do that. I don't do it very much anymore.
Yeah.
So we're going to start doing that again.
So here's the volumes of the arms. Here's your rib cage, and then your arm comes out here, and it's just a tube. So, I mean, you don't really see any of the elbows right here. You just see this one long kind of semi-curved tube. And so what I'm doing is just adding the simplest form here. I know where my hand ends. My hand ends at around the thighs, so like that's a pretty easy mark. And really, that's all I need. Here's this hand.
You draw realism? Yes.
Yes, this is realism.
Yeah, this is just realistic proportions right here.
Mm-hmm. So like you have this really bog standard, very generic mannequin, which is perfect for what we need for this character. So once you have your proportions and your main volume set up, you can continue.
What do you guys think is the best way to learn proportions? Studying the numbered measurements, or more just doing many references? I would say, I don't know about the best way, because it might differ from person to person, but really just learning a method and then doing it over and over. Like setting up your proportional, your proportional measurements, and just doing a lot of figure drawing.
Yep.
Like you could break the top of the body into 3 boxes, which is like rib cage size, right? Like the top of the head to the pit of the neck to the bottom of the rib cage, bottom of the rib cage to the pubic bone. And then you can go and you can sort of also use head height sizes, which is like head to the nipples, to the belly button, to the pubic bone. And you can sort of cross-reference, the elbow ends at about the bottom of the rib cage.
Yep.
Or the bend in the arm is about the bottom of the rib cage. The wrist, the hand starts at about the halfway point of the body. And you just really focus on those proportions as you do a bunch of figure drawing. And you'll eventually just like get relatively accurate figures and just do it over and over and over. There's a lot of good proportional methods. I would say probably don't do something overly complicated, just maybe do something simple.
So here what I'm figuring out now is my primary tension and compression points. So the areas that I mark in red are my tension areas. This is where the cloth, basically rests on, and the folds kind of pull from that point. So this is areas like the shoulders.
Do y'all just teach simple proportions? No, we have a full anatomy class as well.
Yeah, we do actually. gosh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we have a full anatomy class, which covers, you know, the proportions.
Yeah,
as I've
there's
talked
a
about here.
simple proportional setup.
Mm-hmm.
You learn this in most figure drawing classes and books, something similar to this.
Yep. And then how to break down the body into simple forms.
Yeah.
And also the anatomy later on.
Clavicle, there's the torso anatomy.
Mm-hmm. Here's some like clavicle stuff.
You know, it all starts with the torso.
Mm-hmm.
And then the arms and legs.
Yep. And then the arms. And
So,
then,
yeah.
You know,
And
drawing
then,
the body
you know,
from
figure
start to
drawing.
finish.
Starting with simple volumes, you know, proportion, gesture, simple volumes.
Mm-hmm.
You can start with shapes if you want, you know, like the shape of the arm before you turn it into a 3-dimensional cylinder.
Yep.
Or box or whatever you want to simplify it using. Like
Mhm.
different people will have like, some person may have an arm that's a little bit more boxy and some person may have an arm that's a little bit more cylindrical.
Forgot to write the code because we're still holding that sale.
Where do you get
Code.
these images? Images, the one shown on the phone? You mean the one that was just up? That's an iPad mini.
Mhm.
You mean that one? Those are live demos from our classes, or I guess not live demos, but like real-time demos that were done in our figure drawing class in our anime art school. So we have an online program that's a year long. It's actually on sale right now, 25% off for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But they're from photo packs. So purchased photo packs that are online.
Mm-hmm. Why do I need to link my phone to join the Discord? It is to prevent bots.
Yeah, it's just it's an anti-bot measurement. We don't get your number or anything. It just, if you get mad and annoyed and decide to make 10 alt accounts and spam the Discord, you can't because
Yeah.
you have to have a linked phone for each one. But nobody in the server gets your phone number.
Yeah. It is not like a collecting thing. It's just verification.
Yeah. You'd be astounded at the number of bots that join Discord servers and spam. And it's like an extremely effective. It's actually just an option you can tick on when you make a Discord server. It's just the highest level of security.
Yeah.
It's like a little optional box that the person who starts a server can put on.
Which that, you know, very, very helpful. So what I'm going to mark in blue are the compression points. So here, anytime that I see folds that are going to a specific point, which are generally straighter folds, that will mark a tension. And then anytime that is, you know, mostly having a bunch of zigzag folds and a bunch of like folds pushed together like this, these are compression areas. And you'll mostly see these in the bottom of, let me write this. I'll just do it like this. I'll just use a little zigzags. You'll mostly see this at the bottom of sleeves. Like right in here.
Lady wet socks. That's great.
That's a great.
I agree. We do these live streams all the time. And so if you want to show up and draw along, we love it. Super fun. Yeah, you can find good ones on Google though as well.
You know, you can even argue that the hips are also tension points because you see these folds radiating around.
There's good ones on Pinterest as well. Like there's so many figure drawing references out there.
Mm-hmm. So once you've marked these out, you know, then you're like, okay, I can kind of see what's happening, right? The reason why people get confused about all these folds is because they see these lines, but they don't see the intention. They don't see where these are going. They don't see like the reason why these happen. So they're like, oh, I see all these folds, but I don't know. I'm just gonna guess, right? They see all this and they're like, I don't know. They're just magically there for some reason.
Yeah. Here's a super tip. All right.
Mm-hmm.
When you're drawing folds in clothes and you're using a reference, look to where the lines are pointing, because that's going to give you a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
Tension points usually have lines pointing at them. That single point will have lines radiating from it a lot of the time.
Yep. So if you see this, there's a tension. If you don't see any folds in here, that's because the cloth is very stretchy and elastic, so you don't really see much folds.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about that too much. You know, these are tension areas. Because
the whole waistband, you can see all these lines pointing to it.
Yep. So that's how you can identify these specific folds, and all you have to do is just draw them onto your mannequin. But I think with something as more complex like this, you're going to have to think about this in a more compressed way. So like you know, what pieces are there? Okay, there's this piece right in here. There's also this piece and the pants. And all I have to do is just draw that. So like what I do is I'll just kind of mark it out really, really simply. Okay, here's one line going across the torso. Here's one line going across the torso. It ends at around the waist, or around where the belly button is. And it creates this shape. Here's a sleeve. Here's a sleeve. And I'm not going to add any folds just yet. I'm just adding the overlaps first.
We got the Melody cup today.
Ooh.
Check that out. Cat-proof cups with a lid. And they're super ultra cute.
I like to think of tension points like a waterfall. They always go down from an origin point, or a water sprout or fountain. Yeah, that's fun. That's kind of fun way to think about it. I like to think about it
kind of like a explosion, like a bomb, you know, like it just shoots out never a grenade.
Yeah.
If you want to be violent about it.
It's funny.
Really like the drawing. Awesome. I can't read your name, unfortunately. Sophia Rika.
So you're just trying to piece these little puzzle pieces together. Right, so here's a jacket. Now here is the tank top.
Sorry, I didn't really say hi to people earlier on TikTok.
Go ahead and say hi.
Lexi Lau says it's been raining all day. Salem. Dahlia, hello. How you doing today? I was kind of locked in the very beginning trying to clean up my Photoshop canvas.
Canvas?
Canvas?
Did you say canvas?
I don't remember what I said. I don't remember that far back. I live in the moment. Clothes being the blood. Hope everybody's doing good today. Yeah, Christina's good at drawing clothes.
Well, thank you.
Turned southern for a while when you were saying canvas.
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 Canvas. And so keep in mind, wrapping lines. Wrapping. People don't add this enough.
No, the cup's not leak proof.
Nah. I wish it was.
It's cat hair proof. We have it instead of snow, we have cat hair. And it snows in our house, yeah? But it's not snow, it's cat hair. So there's always just cat hair like
Hew. Just going like that. Even if it's almost 3 a.m., I'm still observing as I'm very interested. Well, thank you.
Very nice.
At this point, you're probably going to pick up a pencil and start drawing soon. So yeah, wrapping lines, one here, shows the form. If you don't add this, your clothes are going to look flat. And look, there's another wrapping line right in here. There's another area of depth. So everywhere that you see, there's going to be some sort of showing of the form. And then you got, your pants. I'm not trying to make this super accurate to the reference, but, close enough. Okay, so there you got, like, your general layers, right? This is just to plan for your next stages, which is adding the folds. This is how I draw a lot of clothes and start clothing studies, by the way. So you're not really missing anything. You're not like, oh, well, what's the best way to do it? Like, for me, this is the best way to do it, just because you're trying to piece things together in a simple way. So once you have your base, then you can start adding specific things. Like, okay, here's this piece of the hoodie, and that wraps around and creates this shape.
Does a wrap line just mean it wraps around the body? Yeah.
Yes.
Like a wrapping line is like something wraps around a form. And so clothing has loads and loads of wrapping lines.
Yeah.
Like clothing is like way more, I would say clothing is a lot easier than just drawing the body. Because you have much more opportunities to show form and gesture and direction than just a nude figure. Like you've got all these things that you can use to show three-dimensional form.
What app you use? This is Procreate. So then we keep in mind of this form, because when we draw the folds based off of this reference, we can see that it's going this way. Not this way, but peeling off from the shoulder, I guess. It's like melting. It's like cheese. Melts over the form.
Yeah. I wouldn't say tight clothes is the easiest to learn.
Nah.
I think I think loose clothes is the easiest to learn.
You can actually see a lot of the folds, and it's very clear.
Yeah. Tight clothes is easier if you can already draw like figures.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't honestly need that much to draw loose folds or loose clothes.
Then you got this piece, which is this elastic band. And keep in mind that this right here, oh, there's a form. People miss this as well. They're like, oh, they think that the way how this cloth and this cloth connects is it's like completely straight and there's no sense of depth whatsoever. There's actually, if you look at the wireframe or even the shadow, you'll see this. Boop. Don't miss that. That will make your drawings look more pro, is when you notice nuanced details like this. So here, I'm going to just draw the fold and kind of connect this in here and in here and here and in here. Ooh, looks more like thicker, even just by a little bit.
Look at that, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, you want your work to look pro? Do that little thing that she just did, right? Like, you added that like seam line, right?
Yep, that seam line, and also this part, this bulge coming out from here.
It's like you got your line, you got a little bulge, and then you got that coming out from underneath. Ooh, that's a...
Oh, that... Any sweater that you draw, it will have that. On the sleeves, on the bottom of the sweater, you have to draw that. If you don't, it's not going to be a sweater anymore.
Yeah, it's like drawing knuckles, you know? It's like people will do like this, and then Will Weston always goes, oh, boop. But if you do this, it's like, it just feels, he's like, this is what the pros do.
This is what the pros do, exactly.
Yeah,
and we're trying to,
interesting.
And we ain't gatekeeping here.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of mileage out of this. And then, you know, another pro tip, notice how there's this little tiny shadow right here, and then there's not a shadow right there. That's a good opportunity, you know, if you want to vary your line weight to show that sort of thing as well, because there's a lot of variation in there.
Like, just to kind of translate that, kind of looks like this.
And then you can go nice and thin on the one where it kind of gets closer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the painter in me.
Oh,
that is the painter in me looking at that as an opportunity.
You know,
I have to have that.
I was just kind of thinking, this is also like adding line weight to your drawing. Like, people are always kind of asking about line weight, and like, you know, this is kind of, if you think about drawing like painting, it's kind of like adding your own line weight to it. That's automatic line weight.
Yeah.
Because
like for me, I kind of transition seamlessly from line work to painting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like to draw my line work in a way that allows me to kind of transition into like a painting. I was never super good at like crisp line weight.
But I think your line weight still looks very good. It's got that like energy to it. You know, and I generally like to kind of take my time with this kind of study because, you know, we're trying to learn. We're not trying to draw fast. We're trying to like learn what fold goes where. You know, here's a very important area. Notice that it's not completely round like this, but rather there's a bit of excess baggage right out here. That's almost like the 6-7 fold in a way, but just there's just a bit of a protrusion, and that's what happens with clothing. Sometimes it protrudes out because there's excess folding and excess clothes happening. Excess fabric, happening all over.
Yeah, we do Anatomy Mondays these days.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is line weight? It's just like the lightness, darkness, thickness, thinness of your lines. There were 3. There's kind of like 3 main concepts of line weight. It's like the lightness or darkness of the line, the thickness or thinness of the line. Now, what was the third one? Was there 3?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Maybe it was only 2. But you basically like, you know, thick and thin. You have a bunch of stuff to play with.
We'll elaborate on the 6-7 fold in a bit.
Oh, y'all want to know about the 6-7 fold, huh? Well, you are in for a treat. You know, let's just go to like a something. So you've got like thin, medium, thick. You've got, you know, like light, medium, dark. These are different things that you can play with.
What about like hatching or broken lines? Or is
Yeah, you can play with like broken lines.
soft lines, hard lines.
Yeah, soft lines and hard lines. So you've got like a soft line, which this is not really a very good soft brush. Here's a really good soft brush. Soft line. Hard line. You really got a lot of stuff to play with. You can have brushes that go from a hard into a soft, but all this stuff is like fancy afterthoughts compared to like these fundamentals that we're talking about of like the basic folds and stuff. Like this stuff is some of the most versatile. Like you don't really have to do one or another. It's like almost entirely up to what you feel like doing. You can have
great too, like broken lines.
You can have broken lines. You could have lines that end and start. You can have gaps. You know, you can have like gaps in your lines, so where you go like,
Ooh. I love that.
You know, this sort of thing. This is all almost entirely up to the individual. Like I would say it is just entirely up to the individual. Does not matter at all. But like I would experiment with it. Look at how other people do lines. Look at how other people do their line weight, and choose artists that you really look up to and go, yeah, I'm gonna study that. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, and the more you draw with line, you know, you also find, you know, certain things that you like. Like for me, I really like Reno Tuna's line weight stuff. Really cool.
Sorry to bother, but I have a quick question. Is shape design just a gut reaction to which? Is that a typo? CSI line I should use to balance the feeling a shape gave off.
To see if, or I don't know.
I don't know. Shape design, you can definitely build it as like a gut instinct reaction. Like it's very like inbuilt. But you can practice shape design, and they've got shape design down to a science. Like there's a lot to it. We can talk a little bit about shape design if you want.
Ooh. If you have trouble with drawing these kind of folds, look for the cylinder underneath, how they're connecting. So what I look for is this right here. Boop, boop, boop.
There it is.
There's a cylinder.
There will be signs.
There will be signs. The reason I do this is because this is overlapping this is overlapping that. And when we draw folds like this, these extra fabric pieces are wrapping over. You know, and leaving like little eyes, I guess. Like little eye pockets of folds right in here. So like this cylinder's connecting all these folds, and these folds kind of wrap around the cylinder. So that's what helps me with organizing these thoughts, or just this kind of like mess right in here. They're kind of like fat pads in a way.
Hey, association manager, what association do you manage? Pressure settings
association
and overlapping. I think that they're pretty much just standard pressure settings on here, on hers.
Yeah, I don't do any specific pressure settings. Like maybe occasionally, I mean, this is the only pressure and smoothing curve that I have. Oop.
Bro, so many menus.
I know. This is what I have for my pressure, is this specific curve.
Yeah.
So you can try that.
The only thing that this does is it makes it so you don't have to press as hard to get a completely dark line. It just is a little bit less strain on the wrist. I can't take credit for this. I learned this tip from Lane Brown. He's a figure drawing artist. I bought a insanely expensive brush pack for him, which is which is 100% worth it, by the way. He has an amazing brush pack for Procreate and for Photoshop.
Expensive.
Yeah, it's like $50.
Yeah.
And he had like a whole video tutorial that comes with it talking about pressure and smoothing settings, and I learned that, and I'm just like, it literally changed my life. Changed my life.
And it's so simple.
Yup.
And so keep in mind this too.
Couldn't figure out how to make it in the Huion. Huion though.
Really?
Just joined. You made my brain gain 20 brain cells. Awesome. Kiki.
a good way to practice head perspective. I don't know if we'll talk about that today, but we've definitely covered that in other previous streams.
Yeah, we have a recent live stream on different head angles.
Yes.
Lane Brown, we're actually going to interview him on our channel sometime. I'll type it in the chat. After I bought his brush pack, it was so good. I made a review for it, and I ran out of space in the review, so I made a new account and bought it again and finished my review on that one. And he thought it was so funny. He DM'd me and was like, if there's anything you ever need, just let me know. And I'm like, well, in that case, like, do you want to come on for an interview on our channel? And he's like, absolutely. So I still need to
contact him
to do that interview.
So we got the compression folds, and then we got the tube at the bottom, which is the elastic. So please don't draw your sweaters like this. That's flat. I mean, like,
you can.
I mean, you can.
You could get away with it if it's like, you know, an animation or something really cartoony.
Yeah. But if you want it to feel poofier.
But we don't really teach that kind of stuff. We teach drawing fundamentals.
Yeah. If you want it poofier and you want a more form, you know, more like a form, bulge it out, tuck it in. It's like a belly that's like being sucked into like tight pants or something.
Yeah. A couple questions. What's today on? Clothing drawing. Everything, at least during the educational part of this stream, not the brain rot part, is going to be on clothing drawing. We're going to be covering these things.
Yep.
Right here. Do you have a YouTube? Yes. We have a YouTube. Wait, do you have a favorite? I read that as YouTube because there was another. Do you stream on other platforms? Yes, we do. We're on YouTube right now. 69 people watching.
Oh, nice.
Draw Anime Academy on YouTube. All of these are recorded, and you actually see a lot more of the iPad because it's horizontal. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite or opinion on the best device to draw on? It's totally personal preference. Some people really like the iPad. I like my Cintiq, but I also love my Intuos. Christina has a Cintiq as well. She likes that, but some people like traditional. Do animes just use real pictures and edit them to look cel shaded and with some manual modification? I have definitely seen that kind of thing, especially in some manga. Like, you know, you're totally allowed to just go and climb up on top of a building and take a picture of the city and use that however you see fit. It's your photo. Like, you have the rights to it.
That's legit.
Totally legit. I've definitely seen photos like that in manga and like anime and stuff. In fact, we were watching Laid Back Camp.
Yeah.
And definitely a number of the environments in that anime were they look like they were kind of like photos that were kind of modified and painted over. A lot of fisheye lenses in that show, by the way. Very subtle fisheye lenses.
And I could watch a show again. Every now and then I'll kind of go for like I'll crave for a laid back camp experience.
Thanks, Taz. Is it normal to lose your ability to draw? If you were to warm up for a good month, you'd totally have it back. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to explain it exactly. I'm trying to think. Yes, if it's like the use it or lose it tendency, right? It's if you don't use a skill, you lose it, but you can get it back faster than last time. So like if you draw a little bit and then you take a 2-year break, you're definitely going to be like needing to warm up again, but you'll get back to where you were faster than the first time.
It's like your brain doesn't really forget.
Awesome, Asher. I'm saving to get your guys' course. I'm excited.
Oh, thank you. It's interesting how like my head was a little bit too big for, at least if I want to make it more realistic, so I shrunk it and it now looks more realistic. But this would definitely work. This kind of head size would work for an anime character perfectly.
Yeah. Realistic, or that's anime?
That's
realistic.
Anime?
Really?
Realistic.
How about that?
How about that?
It's like, can you draw realism?
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
What program do you guys use? This right here is Procreate, but when I'm on the PC right here, this is Photoshop. So all this stuff, this study last night, which I probably should have done today, honestly, is all in this is all in Photoshop. Whoa.
What's the brush?
I know. I was hovering my pen over my tablet, and it was like This is the brush. You can get it for absolutely free.
There you go.
I'm really happy to see both of you still putting in so much passion. Thank you for your streams. Glad it isn't wearing you both out too much. It's been a lot of fun lately.
It has.
It's been a lot of fun. We are going into a new golden age of Draw Anime Academy. So if you want to be a part of that, hit that subscribe button. You know, you can join the Discord server. We are, you know, redoubling our efforts and having a lot of fun doing a lot of new stuff. You can say, I was there.
I was there.
I was there 2,000 years ago. With Draw Anime Academy.
Yeah. You know, sometimes something that I'll do if I want to like cap the bottom is I'll turn them into cylinders. But if I see like there's this thing right here, which is like, you know, some nice form change, I'll use a bit of that as an excuse to go like, whoop. Ooh, it makes it that much more interesting to look at. Okay, so one of the tips is not sweating the small stuff or just ignoring the small stuff. So what are the small stuffs that generally people would see? Well, they would see stuff like, I'll draw this in maybe this pink. We'll see stuff like this. Oh, this thing and this area and these patches. They'll see all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
I heard bits. Are you talking about like details?
Yeah, the details, yeah.
I heard a really interesting way to look at it last night.
What?
From Devin Corwin.
Oh.
The more you like zoom in and focus on details, the more you will tend to overstate them. So just be aware that if you're focusing on details, your brain will tend to exaggerate them too much. That's like one of the big things that we push against when we're learning how to draw, is like how to not overstate details. Like people usually make eyes too big because it's like eyes are important to them, so they make it big. So overstating details is something that you just can be aware of. Like you can overstate a detail for sure. Just understand that you're consciously doing it as an effect or as an intentional thing.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to break that.
It is hard. It's hard because like that's what we want to look for.
Yeah.
I mean, and that even happens with like, you know, looking at negativity and stuff. Like, oh, I'm only look at the negative things and not the positives.
Yeah, your brain just does it so much.
Yeah.
It's just not just drawing. Like you overstate importance of minor events and all kinds of stuff.
Just how our brain works. But you can definitely include details by adding like lighter lines. Like notice how my lines in here are very thick, but my lines in this area are very thin. And that's because I want to show form and some of the folds, but not too much.
If you want the brush, you can take a screenshot of this. This is our site. It's available on there for free download. You know, I've been thinking about adding actually this smudge brush and having two brushes. This smudge brush is so good, bro. Chat, you want to see how sick this brush is? Look at this. You ready for this?
Bro, the smudge brush looks so good. I might just couldn't talk for at all.
Look at that, bro.
Wow, it looks so good. I want that brush. I want that that nice smudge brush.
Look at that. I have this brush and you don't. No,
Send
I'm
it to
kidding.
me.
No, not you, chat. Haha, chat. Look what I have. No, I'm kidding.
This is for Photoshop, but can also work for CSP, I think.
The grain is so nice. It really is.
It makes it feel like nice and high quality.
It's literally just the bristle brush. Someone just turned like scatter on and messed with the settings a bit. Can I eat it? I ate it already. I'm sorry. SpongeBob.
So now you got a very successful clothing study. You're like, oh yeah, I learned that this wraps over this connects to a tension point.
All right,
this whole thing looks really nice and neat. And so you end up with a very successful drawing. Mind you, I've done a lot of unsuccessful drawings of clothing in the past. So the more you draw, the higher chance that your studies will turn out good. So just keep drawing. And then what I like to do is I kind of like to put a little bit of value. Just one tone. I like to limit my values and do like little clothing painting studies with just at least 2 values first, and then I can expand it. So like I will fill this in with this kind of this mid-tone because that's what I see in my reference. And then I will take a slightly darker tone and I'll start adding like, okay, areas of where I see some shadows. So like I see shadows below the bust. And this is where you can kind of start seeing like some clues like, okay, well, where is the light source? The light source, based off of this mannequin and where the shadows are, looks like, well, there's multiple light sources in this room, like all like here and here, and that will determine like where the highlights are. But like for the most part, you'll see that the light is hitting in this direction for this particular clothing.
All right, I exported the smudge brush and shared it in the Discord server.
Ooh, awesome.
So,
resource share?
Yes, I put it in a resource share. So that smudge brush that I was just bragging about, I uploaded it into the Discord server in the resource share channel.
Nice. I'm gonna.
So anybody who wants it, you can go get it.
Mm-hmm.
It is insanely good.
Wow, look at how much this bounce light is for the there is for the
Oh
chin.
my goodness.
This up to here creates a nice little shape.
I mean, probably the floor too. It's probably a white floor
yeah.
or like a light carpet, gray.
Yeah, gray carpet. Really cool. So
I don't know if the smudge brush will work in everything. It definitely works in Photoshop, but most people don't use Photoshop.
Mm-hmm. Some shadow in here because there's like a bit of ambient occlusion. There's just a lot of light bouncing around on this outfit, so they're not going to be like super clear shadows, but that's just generally how people like to light clothing, is with a diffused light. Soft light, more specifically. There's some shadows
It should
here.
probably work in Procreate.
Yeah.
You know, do you want to try that brush in Procreate? See if it works?
Yeah.
Go to resource share.
Resource share.
It should be in the top. In the first section.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Try that.
And then
Open in
open
Procreate.
Procreate. Okay.
Is it on the brush now?
No.
You would probably want to go to smudge.
Best smudge.
You'd probably want to go to smudge.
Oh, okay.
Best smudge. Is it in there?
Recent? It's not there.
You'd probably have to go to
Maybe I'll have to add it.
back to libraries. Classic.
Classic. Oh, there it is. There it is.
All right,
Found
try
it.
that. See if it works.
Ooh. Let me do something here.
Just press hard. Just make it like nice and dark. All right, now see if it works. Yeah, works pretty
I might need to make it a little bit smaller, but okay. That works.
good. It works okay.
Yeah. I think it'll probably work better in Photoshop for me. I don't use smudge brushes that much in Procreate.
Yeah, I don't either. You might have to mess with the settings a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's pressure sensitive, so you press light
Oh.
and you press hard. Yeah, it works about the same.
Okay.
So it's pressure sensitive. So like, you know, I would go in. Doesn't seem to have like that much of a size jitter. I noticed that in Photoshop it starts really small.
That's cool.
Works okay.
Works okay. I guess that's not bad.
I would use it. I feel called out with the old habit to focus too much on details. Yeah,
Everyone does
everybody,
it.
literally everybody. It is a human thing. It's like, you know, one of the most basic like human experiences.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on drawing every day rather than 3 to 4 times a week? Hey, if you want to draw every day, draw every day. If you
Yeah.
want to draw 3 or 4 times a week, draw 3 or 4 times a week.
I don't necessarily think of it like the gym. Like, I just draw when I draw. And usually that includes, like, you know, sometime every day.
Yeah, I know lots of very successful artists who draw every day, and you know, you can. I don't know if I know any artists who draw 3 or 4 times a week. Like, I'm sure some of them do. I mean, if you're a pro, you're probably drawing at least 5 days a week just because of the 9 to 5, you know.
Mm-hmm. Been learning how to draw these past months, and I found myself taking very long to draw sketches from reference because I take too long on making it closer to perfect. Do you guys think?
Like, are you trying to you think it's more worth it to do what I do, or to do more drawings for practice and not worry as much about detail and everything looking correct? I would definitely say the second thing.
Yeah, the second.
For your own sanity, you know, focusing more on quantity and not over worrying too much about the exactness is totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on your goal. Like, if you want to be a hyper-realist artist, you can do that. You can focus on the details, you know? I would rather just take a picture personally. But, like...
But, like, what's the idea of perfect, you know?
Yeah.
Because perfect changes every time.
Definitely.
Like, I'd say, does it look good enough? Like, you got what you wanted out of the drawing, then move on.
Yeah.
I'm back for either the second or third day in a row. I'm forgetting already. Well, I think we have ensnared Richard Nixon. It's funny. Glad that you're here again. Oh, yes. I used your certain number fold to help me with clothing. You know, we have not talked about the 6 fold yet. Chat.
So we're gonna tell a little bit of a thing, right? Called the... What the heck is this? We're gonna talk about the 6-7 fold, all right? This is a patented Draw Anime Academy technique. I'm just kidding. We made a TikTok about it. So if we have a cylinder and we want to wrap cloth around this cylinder, what we can do is we draw a 6 and a 7. And this is basically the path that the cloth takes a lot of the time. You get a hook, so it comes through here and we'll hook around. And then on the outside, this will come down. And a lot of the time you'll get this going on right there. And you can actually have multiple. So this one can tuck in and this one can wrap around it. And you'll get another 7 out here. And then we'll get that right there. So we've got the tuck, the 6, the 7, and you can see you can combine them into 6-7 chains, like a chain of 6 and 7, and then, you know, this just shows up a lot. You could do something along the lines of that.
We're feeding the 6-7 addiction.
You will absolutely see this show up on arms a lot of the time. So I don't actually see it on any of these arms. So for example, you know, you've got an arm, right? And let's just say here's the wrist and this comes out, I don't know, maybe like right like this. So there's a little arm and here's the shoulder. What you'll see a lot of the time is you'll see a fold come down and it'll happen like right here. Zoop, zoop. See?
Mm-hmm.
You can have that. Not always. It's just a technique.
Yeah.
It's a technique to help. See? Cheeky little 6-7 fold right there. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. Cute little fold.
Yep.
Works.
It works. But there you go. That's the 6-7 fold. Chat, you heard it here first. Unless you already watched our TikTok.
I'm a lurker, but I'm so glad for you guys. I love watching these streams. Thank you.
Anyways, that's it. It's pretty good. Avenged 6-7 fold. Har har. Wait. I actually needed this right now, not even joking. I'm not joking. It's not a joke. It's a real tutorial.
Any idea how to internalize how clothing folds work from memory or using similar references? Or is using similar references viable? I remember stretch and fold from contact points. The way how you're going to internalize it is drawing it a lot. You draw like... I challenge you to draw 500 outfits. And that should probably help you to internalize it a lot.
Where who asked a question? Where?
On YouTube, System Mord.
Internalize how clothing folds work. Yeah, absolutely. You get a little cheat sheet. We have a TikTok, by the way, of Anya with the 7 basic folds. I will show it to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Here's our TikTok. 7 basic folds. Uh-oh. Looks like I got to streak. Pipe fold. Diaper fold. Would you? Thank you. Pipe fold. Diaper fold. Zigzag fold. Spiral fold. Half lock fold. Drop fold. Dead fold. Make sure you follow us. And you can just use that as a cheat sheet. That's savable. You can save all those images and then draw 500 outfits and just like scrutinize and go, is this tension or is this compression? Is this, what fold is this? And I 100% guarantee you that if you reference the 7 basic folds and tension and compression and draw 500 outfits and do your best on every single one, you will be internalizing.
Yeah, you will.
Things.
Like what I have students do is I will have them draw the mannequin, which we talked about before, but like let's say I'm just gonna do a very quick one. You draw the mannequin, which will also improve your people drawing because you're kind of trying to reverse engineer the body underneath. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna mark my tension points. Tension, tension, tension in the neck, and in the shoulders.
Look at that tension point all around the neck.
Yeah.
Looks like you're being strangled, bro.
Yeah, it kind of looks like this. Mew, mew, mew. And clothing is also connected to each other, so that's why things can get confusing. That's why there's like loop-de-loos and stuff. But mark out your tension points, mark out your compression points or compression areas. It can be as simple as like, okay, here's some here, here's some here, and then you use that as a reference.
Who's posing clothing mannequins in like these in clothing stores, LMAO?
I don't
for
know.
Real? Someone who wants us to help people learn how to draw clothes for real.
And then I will see, okay, I know what a half lock folds look like. This kind of looks like a half lock fold to me, even though it's not like an arm, but there's still like 2 points, connecting. That feels like a half lock fold. I see a diaper fold in here, so like if I draw it, I'll like label it, so I can name it and understand what it looks like. Here's a lot of diaper folds down here. Here's a lot of pipe folds. Pipe fold, half lock fold up in here, but you can't really see it. Here's a half lock. This is like textbook half lock fold, right? So you can do whatever you want. For me, I love labeling. I love drawing it and then labeling and naming it, because that's what helps me. So like here's a half lock. Okay, here's how it stretches over the sleeve. Here's how the sleeve reacts. It kind of yanks onto the bottom side of the arm and then kind of leaves a little bit of an opening. And you will internalize it by drawing a bunch of these.
It's a bit far to the right.
Oops. Yeah, let me just move this over.
If you draw that many, it is physiologically impossible for you not to start to internalize them just with the sheer amount of repetition.
It's not like a mind exercise or anything.
That's why that's why I think the number one piece of advice for like art is fearlessly proceed. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just pure fun and exploration and trying stuff. Fearless art. We should start a group called like the Fearless Artist Group or something.
Ooh, it's kind of fun. You'll see a lot of these loop-de-loos. A lot of clothing has loop-de-loos. Like a roller coaster. And here, like, notice that it's not clinging. This isn't clinging to the body. It clings for a little bit and then it hangs off. And it looks more like a square. And then look again. Sweaters will have a bulge before it reaches to the elastic.
Yep.
Bulge, then elastic. And like sometimes your studies can be as simple as this. They don't have to take hours and hours. They can just take, a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
They can take up
There's
to
so many
5
folds.
minutes.
Does folds mean the clothing is usually looser? Not necessarily. Like usually
Depends on material.
Usually thicker clothes will have less folds. Just generally speaking. Like if this was a thin shirt, you would see a lot more folds than this.
Yeah, I might have some examples. I have a lot of sweaters. Like even something as simple, even something like this, a lot of folds.
They're very organized.
Yeah. This is more, I'm talking more about like this area that's a little bit looser, but like you'll see a lot more clusters. You'll see like, oh, here's a lot of bunching and a lot of tension.
Yeah. Question about the elastic. This is actually a good one to focus on elastic. Will it usually be separate, like a different square from the clothes? Elastic is usually going to cause a bunch of lines like coming from it. You know, like you'll see with that, for example, I'll just go back to like this, right? If I have like elastic, a lot of the time you'll get like a lot of this coming from it and a lot of this coming from it. You know, and then sometimes elastic will kind of be like that. It'll be like a band, right? And you'll get like lots of squiggling in there. I've just noticed.
Oh yeah, I think Nixon also asked like, what cameras do we use for streaming?
Sony ZV-1 Mark II for the one that's our face cam. This one, and this one right here is the Sony ZV-E10. And oh my gosh, I love this ZV-E10 because it has a lens that I can just zoop, 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 zoop. You can zoom in really far. And so if we're doing like IRL stuff with like mukbang, if we're doing drawing traditionally and stuff, if we want to show stuff like this, super useful. But anyways, if you want to ping me in the Discord, I can tell you our streaming equipment. I've actually been considering doing like a streaming setup equipment list or tour, just what we use. What background music do we have playing? We just have a playlist on Epidemic Sounds. We have a subscription. We have a subscription.
You know what the good thing about doing a bunch of these clothing studies is? It also increases your visual library.
Yup.
It also helps you to be like, okay, I want to draw a dress for a character. Well, I've definitely seen these kind of dresses, and I know how to draw them, so I'm gonna give my character this kind of dress, you know?
Well, Sai asked a different question earlier. I kind of wanted to answer it.
Yep.
How and when would you use the smudge brush? I would use smudge brush just as a shorthand. Not a shorthand, but like just an easy way to get soft edges, right? I could press it really lightly, and all it does is it just destroys the edge. It essentially makes just a nice little textured gradient between values or colors or whatever. But if you do it too much, it can get a little bit lumpy. And so I like to kind of just feather it, do a bunch of little strokes if you want it really soft. You know, but this comes with an understanding of the three types of edges, right? You've got like hard edge, soft edge, and a lost edge. So the hard edge is obviously changes very quickly. A soft edge changes slowly. And then a lost edge, basically, you can't even really see it. Like there's not really like a point where it changes too much, right? A lost edge can also be like, that's a lost edge. There's a no edge, right? A lost edge can be like a really slow transition, right? These are all pretty much lost edges. This is like a lost edge. But a soft edge is like this right here. And then a hard edge is this. So if I wanted to come in here and just be like, you know, I want to lose this edge a little bit, I just use my smudge brush.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And, you know, maybe do something like that. You use it to pull attention.
Can someone please tell me what brush she is drawing with, or they are drawing with? You can get this brush on our link in profile.
Yes, you mean this brush. This
lovely
juicy
brush? It's on white.
This juicy brush right here. This is the ultimate brush. You can get it absolutely free on our linky on our profile. It's literally so good. Like, it's changed my life. It saved my relationship with my kids. It's snaz, and it saved my marriage.
Saved my marriage.
Yeah,
it's funny.
This brush gave me counseling. Oh, there we go. Does it work with Procreate? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Oh, yes. And you can get it here.
Yep. Isn't that right,
drawanime.com.
Christina? It saved you from leaving. It kept you from leaving the brush.
I guess. There it is.
Yep.
I'm bound with this brush. Anyways. What I really like about...
You can get the brush into Clip Studio, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I like dissecting. This is such a cute pose.
It is so
cute. It's so cute. So like if you also have trouble with like drawing poses from the reference, there's a lot of visual cues. So like basically what I'm looking for when I'm drawing the mannequin underneath is I'm looking for this. Oh, this looks like the overall gesture. And I know that because my legs come from here. So all I have to do is just fill in the negative space or fill in the blank areas. So I'm like, okay, well I know my torso kind of looks like this. Here's my center line. And here is where my legs are. You know, maybe it could be a little bit lower, but that's kind of what I'm imagining for the body underneath. So here's torso, pelvis area. Here's the legs. And there we got a mannequin, even though we don't necessarily see the pose, the full entire pose, because it's blocked by clothes. So like that's how I like to differentiate, or not differentiate, to what's that word? Reverse engineer it. And then what I like to do to further like make the study more fun is I will basically turn this into like one of our characters, because I'm like, oh, this dress looks like a Miko dress, so I'm gonna put Miko on here later on. Is tracing over the pic like she just did good? Should I use it for practice when doing this?
She was just doing it to explain.
I was doing it to explain. I mean, you could.
You can.
You can definitely do that.
But don't forget about this part. Mm-hmm. This is the important part.
Yeah.
Understanding and doing it. But yeah, you can totally trace over to go like, what am I actually looking at here?
Exactly. I mean, I do that all the time. I just then erase it out.
But the tracing is not teaching her how to draw. It's just like helping her visually break it down.
Mm-hmm.
The drawing part on the side is the one that teaches her how to draw.
Mm-hmm. Since the dress it's a bit tricky to understand the pose. No, not really. It's a very simple pose because she's just bending back. And so like if you know what a torso looks like, you can just draw the torso in that direction. Like you can either have a torso that is bending this way. You can have a torso that's bending this way, and this is what she's doing. And then the legs are pretty straight, so they just connect like that.
You know what I realized? We're finally getting some mileage out of these photos we took at the mall.
I know.
We have a huge set of 3 channels in our own shared Discord server of all these pictures of outfits we took on mannequins at the mall. We never use them. Until now.
Until now. It's such a cute pose. And I love the blue dress too. So then you're like, okay, I can tell what the pose is like because this clings on to the torso. So I can see what the body shape is like. And this is probably right underneath the rib cage. So like, oh no, that's where my elastic is going to end. And then everything else kind of flares out. And don't get disturbed, or not disturbed. Don't get distracted by all this right now. Just think, okay, what's the overall direction? The overall direction looks like this. So you just draw that overall direction. And then you can separate them out later.
By the way, don't forget, like, I need to draw like a quick little
mannequin.
Okay. I guess the head's kind of doing that, though it doesn't really matter.
Oh, that's cute.
And I'll just do that, and then you can't really see the far arm. So don't forget that, like, when you're drawing this pose, yeah, there's the brush. Take a picture of it. Oh yeah, this isn't an anime tutorial.
No.
This is just a clothing drawing tutorial. Take a really close look at the shape of the bottom of this dress, right? It's not exactly a cone. It's going with the gesture of the pose. So, for example, if I were to draw this on, it's kind of more like this.
Yeah.
right? If I'm like drawing that two-dimensionally, whoa, it's like
kind of tilted.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tilted cone, kind of like that, right? So I'm not just drawing like a flat two-dimensional shape like this. It's almost as if I were to take this and go like that, right? Like it's kind of warped to the side because your gesture, your pose is kind of pulling it along. So just pay a lot of attention to that kind of thing, right? It's really, really important. And you can still keep that kind of center line in mind as you draw it. So yeah, think about that sort of thing. I'll just save that for now.
Yeah, save it.
I just wanted to point that out because that's like super important. Your gesture is going to like determine the whole flow. If you find that your clothing drawings look really stiff, think of like the flat two-dimensional shapes of the overall clothes. It'll help a lot.
And then once you have the mannequin, you can just erase it, or at least, you know, still keep it light. You know, for me, I don't like always get rid of my underdrawing. I kind of just keep it there just in case if I still need it. But, like, if I don't need it, then I erase it. And then I'll look at certain areas like, okay, well, here's a lot of elastic. There's like 4 rows, like 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe just 3 rows, and there's a little bit on the top. You know, this can all be like, if you look really closely at it, or if you like squint your eyes, you won't really even see much detail. So like what I'll even do is I'll probably just like section it off. Here's my ruffle. And the rest I'll kind of just like imply the detail. Like here's my ruffle. How it goes into the elastic. And then the rest, I'm like, okay. Squiggles. Squiggles. Because once you have enough noise, or once you have enough like detail, it becomes like a pattern. So like your brain doesn't see this as like bulky or like super hyper detailed. They just see it as like, oh, it's a pattern. That's actually one of the really important tools for like understanding how pattern works and how to keep it organized, right? So this has now become noise in our head, and it doesn't like overpower the drawing. Here we can add another elastic band with a ruffle. That's what I see in here. Really interesting way they designed this. Really cool. And then this elastic sucks in all the folds in here. And if you draw these particular details, it's going to look like the reference. You know, this comes down in here. I've broken up the lines, so rather than drawing lines like this, all connecting down here, this is too much. So instead, I'm like, okay, I'll start it, and then I'll break the line, and I'll just imply where this fold is going. Ooh, now it looks a little bit cleaner. When you erase, but it's not going away completely, are you just pressing lighter? Yes, yeah. I am pressing lighter.
Yeah, definitely. You'll notice that happens all the time here, right? I'll go just pressing light, and then I'll do like a demo over top of that or whatever. That's exactly what Christina's doing as well. Oh.
And then, this is where the fun part happens. I can draw these ruffles on the bottom. And to me, these look like kind of diagonal triangles.
Awesome, Richard.
Ooh.
Glad it's helpful.
Yeah.
How can I draw without references and just from my mind? Do exactly this like 1,000 times.
Yep.
You'll be able to draw it from imagination. Really, really focus on the forms and designs and what you're drawing.
Yes. I mean, drawing from imagination is a very different skill, right? Like, yeah, drawing from reference takes one skill, but then drawing from memory is like another skill.
Yeah. Because
you need to know foundation. You need to understand how certain things work and draw it enough so that to the point where you can memorize it.
I heard a really good way to break it down one time is, and this is what Christina's doing. Christina is not drawing the picture. She's using the picture as a reference to construct a figure with the same dress on in the same pose. I'm trying to figure out if I can explain that a simpler way. She's looking at the picture and she's recreating from scratch what's happening in the picture rather than just going, what do I see, and mindlessly copy it. That's like what a study is. She's not drawing the reference. She's recreating the reference on her own, essentially.
Reverse engineering it.
Yeah, it's a reverse engineeral. No idea. That is what a study is. That's studying, right? It's like you can like look at a math problem and you can just write down the answer that they got, or you can like do the same math problem that they did, do all the calculations, and see if you got the same answer. Like that's...
Yeah, like I can definitely draw this from memory, but one is because I'm like, okay, I studied it. I'm like, okay, I know that there's an elastic here, and I know there's ruffles here, and I know that this section is detailed. I know that there's one here, and then everything else kind of... It's like you're thinking in components.
Yeah.
So like you're like, okay, busy. Busy. Simple.
That's like design thinking as well.
Yeah.
Studying design.
And busy again. And I know this pose enough, so I'm like, okay, I won't use my reference anymore from what I remember. And this is like a cool exercise, right? You can test yourself. You're like, okay, I'll try to draw from memory now after I drew my first initial sketch.
Yeah, that would be great to do. You like draw something, then you try to draw it from memory, and then you go and look at it again, and you see like the difference. There's a lot of ways to do this.
And the fresher it is in your memory, the better chance you'll be able to draw from memory. So like, I'm drawing a very quick version of it, but here's the straps, here's the ruffle, here's the elastic that goes down to the waist. Poofs out like this. There was, and I noticed it really clearly, there was that nice tilted part of the dress. Here's the ruffle. Here's where all the elastic folds come in handy and up here. And then this is all like ruffled at the bottom. So it kind of looks like this. And now, when I take it over, oh yeah, that's the dress. Maybe it could look a little bit different, but it's like it's pretty much there. When the memory's fresh in your head, take that opportunity to draw from memory. I don't have any tips for drawing with fingers, because I don't draw with fingers very much. Found some photos of poses I want to draw, but I feel a little overwhelmed. Could I maybe post them? Get some help on it? I think just try it. Don't. If you feel overwhelmed, that's not necessarily a sign to not draw it. That's a sign to draw it. When you feel overwhelmed, just draw it. And just try your best, What app do you use? This is Procreate.
What exactly makes the difference between studying and the reconstructing from a reference? Because sometimes I'm unsure which of those doing when I'm practicing. You can do either, for sure. Like, there's no right or wrong way. Just try things and see. But, like, reconstructing is going to require foundational, like, knowledge, right? If Christina's going to reconstruct this pose, she knows figure drawing. She knows gesture. She knows the basics of, like, tension and compression. She knows that the skirt is a cylinder. So it's like... there's like underlying kind of loaded knowledge behind it. But like beginners and pros would study the same way. Beginners would just try to do it, maybe successfully, maybe unsuccessfully, doesn't matter, right? It's about like the trying, because like how would you learn without trying? Like that's literally the only way to learn something is to try it. Like you don't learn by watching tutorials, like you learn by drawing and practicing.
Yep.
People can know a lot of stuff about a subject, but then, like, they can't do it.
How much is it for Procreate? I heard it's really good. I think it's about like $12.
Yeah, I think it's like $12. I don't remember exactly. But, like, you get that a lot. Like, people will get addicted to tutorials, and they'll just hoard tutorials and hoard classes, and they'll never even really practice at all. It's kind of just like this... like tutorial addiction.
Yeah.
I think anybody who's using these streams and like drawing along and kind of like using them like a class, I think that's probably the most benefit you could get from one of these streams.
Yeah.
Like, if you draw along, you're drawing the whole time, you're, doing the exercises, you're trying, like, that is really good for learning. And then, like, after stream ends, you can try it like 10 more times.
Which brush did you use? I use this brush for the entire thing, even to coloring this dress. So you can get this brush for free.
Yes, this is the brush, the God brush.
The God brush.
The God brush. Maybe the G in GSS stands for God, and at double S tier. God double S tier.
Yeah. I don't have enough foundational knowledge to not improve from just watching a tutorial. Yeah. I think tutorials and quick tips and all that stuff is good for professionals who know what they're doing, because then they can just like replicate it very easily.
They have so much underlying knowledge. It's like you can, like, a professional musician can listen to a song and go, I see what they did there.
Yeah.
And then like use that knowledge in their own song. But like a beginner musician, they just hear the sounds. Like, they don't know all that underlying information. So like you just have to practice it. You have to practice it. There's no way past practicing. And if somebody critiques you or gives you advice and you want to know whether you should take it or not, literally just go look at their work.
Yeah, look at their work,
like,
and
that's
see,
pretty easy way to tell, right? If their work is insane. By the way, most professionals, they don't give unsolicited advice. Like, they don't care to, like, or advice or critiques. Rarely will like a professional artist go around and give like unsolicited critiques.
Yeah. Actually, you don't really find them anywhere.
Yeah. So if someone's critiquing you, odds are you're best off ignoring it.
Yeah.
Unless you're specifically asking for a critique.
There we go. There's Miko in that dress. Well, it's not really her body type, but it still works. We're in the States. Brushes are using on Procreate. We got a lot of brush questions today. Here you go.
Does drawing shapes help with drawing? I mean, you can only ever draw using shapes. Shapes, like if you're drawing, you're working on a 2D surface, in which case you can only use shapes. So yeah, absolutely. Like, all drawing is shapes. A line is a shape. Everything's shapes. So yeah, I mean, I would say for sure.
I actually really like this outfit right here. It's super cute.
That is stinking cute. It's like a butterfly cute. Almost.
Yeah, it's like a butterfly.
I really like that.
Yeah. I think people also get look, there's a lot of elastic here, and then there's ruffles. Look at that tiered look. It's so cool. Someone forced me to go draw. I keep procrastinating. Draw with us.
Yeah, just draw along with us. Yeah. That'd be fun. I can't force you to do anything. And if somebody forced you to do it, odds are it would probably backfire. So you're just going to have to figure out what works for you.
And even what I'm doing right now is just doing clothing studies. Like, I've already done what? 1, 2, 3 of them already, even though they're kind of short. Like, it's still worth a practice.
Dunning-Kruger tutorial syndrome. Yeah, for sure. And people also vastly overestimate the value of their advice. Like,
oh my gosh.
People don't need your advice. Like, they will survive. They will survive without it. Like, and I don't mean that in like a mean way, really. I'm just saying, like, most people, people make it by. Like, most people in the world will never meet you in their entire lives, and they make it by just fine. Because, like, a lot of people think, like, oh, I can point out something that is wrong with this drawing.
Therefore,
that is not useful advice, honestly. It's just not. Like, for most people, simply just drawing more and trying things without fear is the path forward.
Yeah, people people don't really need critiques for a good while. Like, if you're just starting off drawing, you don't need critiques at the moment.
You don't need beginner critiques.
Yeah, you don't need beginner critiques. Yeah.
Like, if you want critiques, take it from someone who knows what they're doing and who's a professional. But like most of what you need if you're a beginner is just to try things and explore without fear. 100%.
Like, I think a lot of people think that critiques will save them, which, I mean, like, they're not exactly wrong, but like, I think people can be too obsessed with that idea of like, well, there needs to be a critique or else I won't improve. Yeah. But like,
nah, there doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, not really.
Like, I think there's a time and place when critiques are very useful. Like, when you're like actually serious and you're like, okay, I know this is what I need to do. I'm studying this to become a professional. I'm doing the practice, and then that's when, a professional's help is really helpful.
Yeah. We're in an age of an absolute overabundance of advice. And just like, how on earth did people manage to survive before the overabundance of advice? It's because, like, in many cases, the advice is just like, it's not really that important. Like, just doing things and trying stuff is the best way forward for most people.
Just use the edges to cut the picture. PDCL version. I used to do that when I didn't want it. Yeah, that's I wish that Procreate didn't always cut the picture like on the edges when I like move it to the side. But yeah, that's how I like that's how I do it quickly, because I don't feel like erasing out the sides and cutting it out. I just like, I'll just move this image over. Actually, there is an option on Photoshop to like not do that anymore. I forgot what it's called. Like, I think it's in the crop section where you like move an image and then you like, and it doesn't crop.
Yeah. And like another reason that people who watch a bunch of tutorials love critiquing others and giving advice, but like the problem is you don't get good at things by watching tutorials. Like, you don't learn nuance, you don't learn any of that stuff. If I was a beginner, I would literally steer clear of any critique channels and just like, do something that's like a reputable program, or like take like a class from a reputable teacher and just do the exercises and just fearlessly kind of draw stuff and try things. And it's so interesting learning about like a bunch of the old masters is like they just drew things and tried stuff, and like they kind of discovered a lot of those principles on their own just through trial and error. Like, they didn't call them the same things. Like, if you look at a bunch of the different, really good artists, like they all like kind of came to this conclusion that like they needed a value group and that they had to simplify, or like, all that kind of thing. And I'm not saying like you shouldn't have education. Like, I don't think that at all. Like, I think it's really important to have art and foundational education. But like a lot of things, like, you would surprise yourself the things that you can just kind of figure out on your own by just trying stuff and practicing and doing things, right? Like, I was showing David's work yesterday. Like, he went through a year-long program with me. Pretty much every single other thing he learned was just on his own, trying stuff and from professional work experience, right? David's work is a great example. Almost entirely self-taught. Like, he learned the basics of perspective, the basics of design, the basics of like using a process and a workflow, mostly self-taught, right? This is a line work of his, almost entirely self-taught. Like, look at this understanding of form. He didn't learn how to render in FZD. They didn't teach us rendering. He taught himself based on like observation and practicing. And this guy's got thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of drawing, and this is something he'll do in like a couple of hours. He's did boatloads of work for World of Warcraft. Like, these pieces are so cool, right? And these are massive artworks, by the way. Like, he uploads them at like a really small resolution. Yeah. He's a huge collector of antique masks as well.
Those are so
He has like a whole room filled with masks. Some of them are like really expensive. He's super fast, so he makes a ton of money freelancing, and then he uses a bunch of that money and buys like Korean and different types of like masks from like the 1500s and 1600s, like a huge nerd about it. It's awesome. He actually shipped a mask to our house and then had us mail it to him. He's like, I want to get this mask on eBay, but it's only available for the States, and he's in Korea. So he's like, they'll only ship it within the States. Like, can I ship it to your house and then you can ship it to me? And so we did.
Artemis says, well, you went to FZD?
Yeah, I studied in FZD in 2015 and 16. Like, look at this. He's got a photo pack of his mask, Korean traditional props and objects. Like, these are a bunch of like masks that he owns, and he goes around and takes a bunch of pictures of this.
Wow, that's
This
sick.
is like that real world reference gathering and finding that I'm talking about. Like, David has not watched tutorials to learn this stuff. He actually went out and experienced the world and traveled and researched, and like he like flew to San Francisco and he met with this like super wealthy artifact collector, and he like, and the guy like invited him to dinner because there's not a lot of young people who are like interested in that kind of stuff. And he's got this like multi-million-dollar mansion in like San Francisco with like a whole room full of like artifacts and stuff. And he just like was able to take all these pictures and like learn about them and stuff.
Wow.
Crazy.
What being a connoisseur of
Yeah, this is David Noren. He's a buddy of mine. I need to message him again. I interviewed him on my old YouTube channel, but I'm going to interview him again. But like FZD just gives you the bare bones. They just force you to practice perspective and like draw through and some design stuff for like an entire year. They like teach you a process. Most of your education happens in like the real world while you're learning. Like, you do not learn most stuff from like tutorials. You learn most stuff from actively engaging in creating art and trying things. I just think David is a perfect example of that, because like almost everything he knows is just from his own interest in the world and trying things. But yeah,
artists got to be adventurers.
Yeah, and he's not just a line work guy. He's a painter too. He just draws really fast, so he mostly does line work. But like, you know, he can adapt to any style as well. Like, it's not just, right? Here's more realistic stuff. Here's like a little side scroller game that he was going to be making with another one of my friends, and he uses like a bunch of photo textures from like images that he's taken himself around like Korea and the world. Like, look at all these. This is just like a little project that he did on the side. Look at all these images. That's not even all of them. Look at this. There's like 4 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, this guy draws so much. Like, one single post on his ArtStation is more drawing than like most people do in their entire lives. Like, that's why he's so good. It's just like the sheer amount of trying stuff fearlessly. He did this back in school. No, I guess he didn't. He did this after school.
Well, you can tell it's still got that like David quality to him.
This is 100%. If I saw this any day of the week, I would be like, that's a David piece. 100%.
David piece.
It is. It's a David piece. But anyways, like, you know, I just had to do like a little rant about that. Like, proceed fearlessly, try things. There's no risk, just pure fun. That's it.
Pure fun.
There's just fun. Try things, learn, experience the world, go do things, walk around your neighborhood, draw stuff, look at the fire hydrant and be like, wow, that's a cool shape. What if I made that a character? Like, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, and that's what the world needs. Like, especially with AI coming in, the world needs more artists who share their own unique experience of the world. Every artist watches the same tutorial, right? Every artist watches the same, like, all the students watch the same people on YouTube. All the students watch the same tutorials. Like, but what about the students who go out and are like living life and just using their own lives and experiences as inspiration? Like, you're going to create work that's unique, that nobody can copy, that nobody can, you know. Yeah. I remember way back in the day, like, there were some really popular like Eitan Zana tutorials, and all of the students bought it and went through it, and then all of the students had like this, you know, Eitan Zana like art look. And you're just like, oh yeah, that person did the tutorial. Not that it's a bad tutorial, like, it's a good tutorial.
It's just, you can tell where they saw it from.
Yeah, but like, you see a student and you're just like, man, that's really interesting stuff. What the heck? And they're like, yeah, I was walking around my neighborhood and saw this weird mushroom thing and was like, what if that was like a little town?
Yeah. And that's like very genuine.
Yeah. Especially with so much of the world just being on the internet. That's like the spirit of like art. That's why James Gurney is one of my favorite artists. He just like goes around and draws stuff just because he likes it.
It's very inspiring.
I think it's super cool. And like, I want to be able to spread that to you guys here on stream because it's so cool. Like, art is not going away anytime soon, and it shouldn't go away anytime soon.
Yeah.
We need artists now more than ever. Like, originally inspired artists by their own lives and experiences. Like, people who have things that they feel are worth sharing with the world.
You know, and even just like, I would say, if you have no idea what to draw, take a bunch of pictures of things from outside and just be like, I'm gonna draw these pictures. Because I think a lot of time art block can come from, I have no idea what else to draw now. Like, I ran out of all the stuff that I know in my head to draw, and I don't know what else to do. So it's like, go out to the mall, take a bunch of interesting pictures, and try it. Like, honestly, I really like doing these kind of studies because I'm like, oh, I've never drawn an outfit like this before. It's funny enough because I'm usually the dress girl. I love drawing dresses, but now I'm drawing it, and it's like, it feels really, it's like inspiring.
And by the way, like, I think tutorials and stuff are great. Like, don't get me wrong. I think classes and learning foundations super important. You know, they help you express your unique ideas and experiences. They don't create them.
Yeah.
That's like what foundation is, you know? It's like foundation allows you to tell the stories that are in your mind. But those stories, they come from real world experiences in your life. I love that like ruffle thing around the edge. It's so cool.
It's so cool. I only did like just a shadow of what it is in real life, but like, look how nicely designed those ruffles are. You know, someone designed this? Someone was like, I'm gonna design the ruffle so it behaves like this when it's sewn this way.
Yeah.
Like, that's sick.
As a guy, I am not taking pictures in the moldings. Yeah, we're kind of lucky because Christine and I go around together, and she's a girl, so like she takes most of the pictures of the outfits.
Yeah.
And then this is what we use them for. Like, we do studies. Actually, they've just been sitting dormant for a long time.
They have. Yeah, how would you go maybe have a shirt that says I'm a photographer.
Yeah, I mean,
so something that like allows people to be like, oh,
I mean, they're just mannequins. Like,
they are just mannequins.
There's so many like, it's not like there's anything wrong with like taking a picture of an outfit on a mannequin. There's so many like fashion designers and like fashion students and stuff who do that kind of stuff. It's more about like whether you think it's embarrassing or not.
Or people will like perceive you.
Hey, artists used to dig up graves, you know? Like, let's be real here. Artists have fallen a long way. Maybe we shouldn't dig up graves, you know?
Yeah.
That's bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, you do what you got to do during the time that you're alive, you know?
You know, at least they ain't participating in necromancy. They're just trying to study the human body.
Yeah.
If you want the ref, just take it. Yeah, I would even just say like, I don't know, take a sibling. Be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I had Fang as a teacher. My class in FZD was the last class that had Fang's undivided attention. He started stepping out because he started like a studio for like movie stuff in China. And so I had Fang the entire year. He's a great teacher, super cool. I messaged him on Facebook. At one point, he was actually looking for people to like teach at the school, be like teaching assistants. But I couldn't. Like, he messaged me with his wife Miwa, and they were asking about it, and I was just like, I can't go back to Singapore. Like, I wanted to.
I know you did.
But the school's not even open anymore. They shut down. Maybe they open up later in the future, but second day and have tackled so much that I discovered over time. Yeah, I mean, Christine and I are not lying when we say we have literally spent tens of thousands of dollars on taking classes from some of like the highest level artists, like, you know, Craig Mullins, you know, like we taking classes from James Peck, John Park,
Not, I didn't take any from John Park.
Yeah, I've gone through a little bit of this stuff.
Okay.
James Pack, you know, who else? Like everybody, like, you know, it's a lifelong learning process, and we take all of the stuff that we like, and we take it, and we teach it, not take it, we teach it, and in the way that we like, with, you know, like an anime twist, because, you know, we like what we like. But it's legit design and stuff. And obviously, you know, I worked as a concept artist for a really long time, so like I bring in a bunch of my own personal experience from projects, and I worked under some amazing artists, you know, way better than I ever probably will be. You know, Rael Lira, he was like on a project of mine. I had one of my art directors was Alex Negrea. He was an art director of mine for like 9 months. Learned so much from him. He was a rock star back in the day. He doesn't really post very much anymore.
It is interesting how, like, I feel like artists will kind of evolve as, like, they'll be kind of like rock stars for a little bit, and then they'll kind of be like off the radar.
Yeah, you go through a phase.
Yeah.
We're still working towards our rock star phase. Trust, chat. Trust. Eventually, maybe. Not that I really care that much. I just want to teach art and have fun.
Yeah. This just has to be a tier outfit, so I'm just trying to draw.
Fang says rent was too high. Yeah, after the COVID stuff, the rent in Singapore went up, and he was going to be going to like a new building or whatever. I think he made a video on it. And they had like move buildings that was like twice as much or face like double the rent, and it just wasn't worth staying open, and nobody wanted to travel anyways. Fang actually hung out in Korea with David. The guy was just showing you a little bit ago. David sent me some pictures of them together.
I look away for one second and she get hair.
Definitely a Tira outfit.
Yep.
To be fair, it's not really hair yet. It's more of just like hair. A yellow blob.
Yeah, but like, it's the fun thing is because it looks like hair.
It's
right?
the shape of hair.
It's the shape of the hair, and it's the quality of the hair. So like, if you want to like work fast or work faster, just blobs, and then turn them into something, and then people be like, "How did you play hair so fast?" You know, that's what happens.
Yeah. If you guys are looking for tutorials on stuff that's really, really, really hard to find, you know, we got some really good content on perspective.
Oh, yes.
Fisheye lenses.
Yes.
Moving the vanishing points within fisheye perspective. You know, like rotating objects and environments and stuff in fisheye. Cropping. Dahlia, you know you're not allowed to do that.
How are you
I'm going to tell on you. Thank you very much, though, for the $5 super chat. Can we get some W's in the chat for Dahlia? She says, everyone should buy Anime Art School and join Secret Santa.
Yeah, join Secret Santa chat.
We have 100% forgotten to talk about both of those, actually.
But yeah, we have a 25% off on our Anime Art School. If you want to draw clothes like this, you know, we have a clothing class. And we also teach you how to render those classes as well, render those clothes as well. So yeah, you can check it out. It is 25% off until Monday.
Yes. And there's also a Secret Santa event going on. It's completely free to join. It closes end of day tomorrow. Yep. People draw each other's OCs. Go join the Discord server. Go to the announcements channel, and there is a sign up. We're going to be doing a really big, long stream on the 23rd of December. We're going to be having an art show. Last year, like 91 people signed up total, I believe. And this year, we already have more than 80 people who have signed up. So if you want to be a part of that, if you want to draw people's characters, have your characters drawn, go sign up in the Discord server in the announcements channel. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And we show all the work on stream. We have a really good time. We wear like Santa hats. It's like a Christmas event.
Yeah. Tobias says, how's the night?
How's the night? The night is good. It is young.
It is young. I actually have to BRB a little bit because I got to still work on meal prep a bit.
Okay. Hey, Colton, I'm curious, what was the last professional art you made? The last game that I worked on was a game called Ender Zion. It was a second game in the Ender Lilies series, and I did environment art for it. But I've been pretty much focused just on this business for the last couple of years. Our Anime Academy, you know, we've averaged more than 3 times a week streaming for the last year and a half. We have like well over 1,000 hours streamed now in just the last year and a half. You know, we have 2 of our books. we built our 2 books. That took a lot of time. I did some promotional work for a theme park here in Arizona, Mattel Adventure Park. It's like a theme park that's probably never going to open, bro. They're taking so long. I did like promotional artwork for that. I did some map design for PUBG, like some early concepts for some map called Destan. I don't even know if PUBG is still like a thing. Isn't that the cutest outfit? Like, look at that, bro. That's a visual library building right there. I worked on Ender Lilies, the second game. The second game. They brought most of the project in-house, though. They had some guy that did... The project was really slow, so I only did a few backgrounds environments. PUBG is a thing now, but not as big. Are they even still building that theme park? Yeah. Definitely. Did Apple Pencil have parallax on the screen between the tip nib? Not a lot. It's barely noticeable. I didn't really notice it with the what's it called? The Huion as well. No, like, I mean, I'm a pro, but I'm not anywhere near the level of like really high level artists, you know. I actually burned out for art for a really long time and barely drew for years. And then, you know, with the business, I do a lot of the business stuff and don't draw as much. But eventually, maybe, we'll get to a level that is like, you know, respectable within the professional community. Right now, I'm just kind of like average. But I'm totally fine with it. Like, I love what I do. I wouldn't trade my life with like a much higher level artist because I really like what we do for a living. Huion is a good affordable brand. Yeah, absolutely. For years. Yeah, I drew on and off. Like there was a good couple year period where I just wouldn't draw very much. Was a favorite project I've completed? Honestly, I think the Ender Lilies project, the Ender Zion, that was probably the funnest I've ever had on a professional job. The most profitable job I've ever done was for an Oculus project. Back when it was the Oculus Rift, they had like the home in the VR. I designed a bunch of furniture and props for that. And it was so profitable. Like, oh my gosh, like they were paying like $200-300 per prop and you could get like 3-4 of them done in a single day. It was but it was a short project and all the props get gobbled up by all the artists that are freelancing. So you kind of have to, it's like a feeding frenzy. Easy, really easy job too. I'm talking literally, you're designing like a present, like a Christmas present. That's like this. Right? It's a Christmas present that's like this. It has like a bow or whatever on top. And it's got like wrapping going around it. And it has like a Christmas texture and stuff. And we would design like 3 of these presents. And they pay you like $150 per present that you design. And you just like design a texture. And then you just like warp it onto the side. Because it's just concept art, right? Like it doesn't have to be. But that was years ago. That must have been in like 2000 and, oh my gosh, 18, 17. So like probably, you know, quite a few years ago. It was fun though. Like it was really fun, dude. Furniture jobs are so fun. PUBG was really fun. I was on it with my brother. He's also a concept artist. His portfolio is so stinking old. He hasn't updated his work in forever. He started art well after I did. He would hate to have this work shown because like he's worked on so many projects since then, but this is my brother's work, Kevin, and so like this is 6 years old. He's been working professionally almost that whole time. So like a lot of this is in Blender and Photoshop. So like this is some of his work. He also went to FZD, but he's older than me. He's 3 years older than me, and he started art after I was working professionally. So like he was 26 by the time he even started learning art, he'd like never really drawn before. That's funny. There are people become artists over 30? Yeah, I know 2 of them. 2 of them specifically. One guy's name is Ben. The other guy's name is Dan. Ben and Dan. They know each other too, but they both started after 30. Like, they'd never drawn before. One of them became one of the character artists on the Overwatch 2, and another one is an art director at a studio called Terraform. And it's a Finian McManus's studio. They do really high-level projects. He's actually an art director there. Finian McManus is like a pretty well-known concept artist. They both started after 30. I'd never drawn before. I actually met both of them before they even started drawing as well.
Wow.
Looks like Christina's back.
I'm back.
You're just going to watch me like draw boxes. Is like, yeah.
That's your comfort.
Yeah, but I have not been in the concept industry for a while. I'm not even really interested in it. I want to make stories and get better at art and teach and have fun and just draw purely for fun. Almost like a James Gurney thing, you know? He just goes around and draws.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's super cool. If moving location is necessary to start building a career in art, I live in Washington State currently, but wonder if I have to move one day to make it. Possibly. It just depends on what you want to do. There's a lot of freelancers. Christina's drawing right now.
Yes, I am.
Never too late to start. I really agree.
Yeah.
10 years is 10 years. You know, if you're 30, 10 years is 10 years. If you're 14, 10 years is 10 years. 30-year-olds generally have access to more resources than 14-year-olds. Like 14-year-olds maybe have more energy and time, but 30-year-olds usually have more money and experience. And my experience, like, this is my own personal experience as well. It's like the odds are kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
They both have to put in the same amount of practice. Like, oh my gosh, dude, like, you can get good so fast. Like, a lot of people who are like over 30, they're coming from another industry. They kind of know what to expect. They do their research and due diligence. They're like, I'm gonna practice these fundamentals. I'm gonna practice this many hours a day. They're in my experience, they're a lot more disciplined. And a lot of people who are really young and good at art tend to get an ego. Not everybody, but a lot of people will like get an ego, and it will prevent them from improving, and they'll like stall.
Yeah. And it also just depends on like how they view art, you know. Some people just want to view it as a hobby. Some people are like, yeah, I'm good enough. Mm-hmm. Or it's like, or they don't like, I don't need any help. And you know, that's kind of where they, you know, where they stay. But yeah, there's definitely people who kind of get a bit of an arrogant streak.
Is moving locations, and by the way, some people are arrogant and they do get super good as well.
That's true. That is
like,
true.
It can prevent it. It doesn't have to prevent it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say with a moving question, I mean, if you want to work in-house, you're definitely going to have to move there. I've never had to move. I freelanced. Freelance is kind of the meta for making money a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. Here's a brush. And yes, this is one of our OCs.
Serious question. What's your opinion on AI taking over the industry? I don't think AI is going to take over the industry, but it's definitely going to change it a lot. I honestly don't have that much of an expertise on it. I just don't think people like it. Like, I think it might be one of those things that isn't really improving anything. I just don't think people like it.
Yeah.
Like, in my experience, the whole AI art thing is like, it doesn't make any existing things better. It just can make them, you know, maybe a little bit faster. I don't know. I've seen really, really, really big pushback against AI in most industries. Like, there's people who are like totally on board with it, and they're just like, it's the future. And then there's other people who are just like, it's disgusting, like it's not human, and it's cheap. I really do think in a lot of cases it very much cheapens things, and I just don't think human beings like it very much. And so I have a feeling that like they're gonna try it, they're gonna give it a really good try, and they're gonna find that people just don't like it. But who knows? I mean, I don't think 3D animated Disney movies added anything of value that they didn't have when they were making 2D animation, but yet they keep making them. So maybe I'm wrong. Like, I don't really know, you know? Like, I don't think 3D animated Disney movies are any better than 2D animated ones, but for some reason they keep making those stinking things, especially like the live action ones. Like,
I don't see any value in those other than just milking, you know? Milking it.
I guess they're making money because they keep doing it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they hope they'll eventually make money. What?
It's like a cheap way to make money or something.
I just don't know.
Effortless way. It's not very nice.
I just don't think people like it very much. Look at baby Applejack. Hi.
Baby Applejack. I do miss 2D animations as well. And I feel like there's also like a lot of people who do want to bring that back. And there's people who make, you know, their studios, their indie studios, they're like trying to bring it back. You know, like for instance, oh, he's so cute. Like for instance, like Cuphead, the game Cuphead is like based off of that like vibe, which I think is really cool. You know, there's still a lot of indie games or indie studios that do like kind of 2D kind of style animations. Do you guys also have a YouTube channel where you also teach how to draw anatomy? We do have a YouTube channel.
We have a YouTube channel.
And I do have a video on how to draw bodies for the male and female body.
Gonna go watch Monster High. Nice.
Ooh, Monster High. That's fun. You know, funny enough, I never watched Monster High, but I know a lot of the dolls because I was kind of like, I thought they were cute.
I feel like, you know, even though anime is Japanese, I feel like a lot of studios are getting really inspired. I would definitely expect the future to be completely full of like anime inspired cartoons from all over the world. Like I think Avatar: The Last Airbender was like an early one of its kind, where you know the creator is basically just like, it's not an anime, it's like a love letter to anime. And I think like look at like Edge Runners, and I think there's going to be like anime type shows coming from all over the world because I just think it's a fantastic form of like communicating a story. Yeah. You have a lot of flexibility with it, and I want to be on that wave.
That'd be so cool.
They're not going to be like anime because anime is like a Japanese thing, but they're going to be inspired by, and I think, you know, what was that one show we watched at one point?
Castlevania?
Castlevania, yes.
Yeah. That's
that
like
one felt very inspired by anime. It was pretty good.
But had like good like Western kind of dialogue. A very good mix.
Yeah, I would expect a lot more of that going forward. Just, it's a gut feeling.
You know, I trust your gut feeling.
And if it's not, then we'll make it, you know?
Yeah.
If it's not coming, then we'll make it come.
Maybe I'll have our eyes closed.
Does a work brush work on IBIS? No.
No. It's crazy how like with just a few shapes or just a few blobs, like something happens or something appears. Like just kind of like, oh, I looked away 1 second. She has hair, and it's just because I just added a blob. And then
it's the shape.
It's the shape.
As soon as you draw the shape, the thing is there.
Like, as soon as I draw this shadow, there's a nose.
Yeah, like you could draw, like this is like one of the most basic examples. It's like as soon as this shape is here, you're like, it's a square. I looked away for 1 second, and the next second there was a square. You know, I looked away for 1 second, and the next second there was a triangle. Bad triangle. You know? It's just the shape. Christina just drew the shape of hair. You know, she'll just go like, oh yeah, maybe something, whatever. You know, like this. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'll do like that. And then maybe.
What tablet do you use? Colton is using Intuos Pro, I think. And I'm using iPad.
Like she'll just draw the shape of hair. As it, like, you know, comes off of the head or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, to her, it's not a whole lot different than just drawing like a square. It's like, oh my gosh, I looked away and now there's a square. Oh my gosh, I looked away and now there's hair. It's, you know, kind of like for Christina, in a lot of the way, it's just that. Like, she'll draw this, except she'll do it in the correct color. And then she'll draw the shape.
Yep.
Of a highlight. And the shape of a highlight. And it'll be like, oh, there's hair. And of course, Christina, kills it drawing anime all the time, so.
Well, I think it's not bad to start with drawing anime. Like, I started drawing anime, and I feel like because you're drawing anime, it's already like a pre-designed thing. So like when you're drawing anime or you're inspired by it, it's almost like you're working with already like shapes that already look good. So I'm kind of just building off of the fact that like, oh, these shapes already been designed. I'm just kind of copying the shapes, and because they already look good. Were you guys into traditional art before? Oh yeah, we both started traditionally. Yeah.
Still, we do traditional art a good amount, So she'll like, she thinks about it in the same way of this. It's like, if she draws the shape of the hair, then there's hair. And then if she draws the shape of the highlight, then there's a highlight on the hair. And so she'll do this really quickly where it's like, if you want like a cylinder or something, it's like you draw the shape of the cylinder and then you draw the components that make a cylinder a cylinder. You go shadowed side, lit side, turning edge, core. You can soften it. Cast shadow. It's like those are the components that make a cylinder. So like she kind of renders her hair like a cylinder where she's got highlight. You could draw like the core right here. Highlight, core. So it's like as soon as you put the shape there, the thing is there. So it's just like knowing the shape. Knowing what shape to put there is super important.
I'm a traditional artist, but I'm having a hard time transitioning to digital art. Any tips?
Just experiment a lot. Like, you can watch some tutorials on how to use the software that you're using and everything. But like, honestly, just experimenting. A lot of the time you just need mileage. You just need like getting used to and comfortable with the program and the process. Cause it's, it's a little bit different than traditional or digital. And traditional are a little bit different from each other,
Well, even the feel is different. Like drawing on a screen versus on paper is like you're not used to it. It takes time to get used to it. Just trust that you will get used to it. I mean, and sometimes you may not, but that's okay. You don't have to do all your art digitally. You can do some traditionally and stuff. You know what's great about doing these studies is they give you information on the shadows. So like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, oh, I don't even have to think about where do I put the shadows. It's already there for me. And I can just design it however I want. So I'm like, okay, how do I shade the leg? Well, I know that there's a shadow. It's rendered like a cylinder. So there's going to be a cast shadow coming from the skirt. Kind of thins out a little bit. And then it goes down. And I want to wrap it around the form. And then there's also some core shadow right over here. So I'm just going to put that same shadow right in there. Not much work, and we already got a lovely kind of shaded leg right here. Same thing on the other side. Here's the shape. Wraps over the cylinder. Add a little bit of that edge. Look at that. There's that turning edge right there.
No way.
Edge, chat.
Take that YouTube comment that said turning edges weren't a thing.
I know. Like, bro, there's a turning edge, and there's a little bit of bounce light coming to show that edge. Like, chat, like, find it. Like, this is where you're gonna find all your secrets to rendering.
There's that turning edge.
There's that turning edge right over here. There's a little bit of bounce light. If you render it this way, it'll look like something.
Okay, boom. This amazing tip leveled up my art. This is insane.
Really.
You will never look at anime girl thighs the same way ever again.
And then a bit of ambient occlusion shadow, which is generally in like this in-between area. Wow.
Let's go.
And for me, like if I start off with a sketch, I will just try to take out all the black marks just because it kind of like, it's very, very obvious. And that's how I like to transition from traditional, like not traditional, from like a sketch to like a painting, is I'll try to get rid of all these little little bits here.
What are you
and there.
crying about, Gizmo?
The anime thighs.
All this will be in shadow, because all this is in shadow. It's like monkey see, monkey do.
How can you distinguish which shadow to choose for clothing, like for your drawing on the left, for example? Hoo-ha?
What do you mean?
Are you talking about the one that I had up? This one right here?
Is it okay that I drew anatomy over a model for the pose? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like over your reference?
I'm not really sure what you
I'm not
mean
sure
exactly.
what you mean by that, yeah.
Yeah, are you talking about this one right here?
Yes, they said.
Okay, what was the question exactly? How do you distinguish which shadow to choose for clothing? Like, what value of shadow? It doesn't really matter as long as the light and the dark is separated. You mean the value or the lightness and darkness of the shadow, or the shape of the shadow? You know, like I'm looking at this reference here and I'm just squinting and thinking like what's light and what's dark. Like I see kind of like, you know, this dark shape. I see, you know, this dark shape. And so I'll kind of just start with an overall mass. Like let's, you know, I'll just make like a new layer and put it on top. And so I'll start with like a dark mass and I'll just go, you know, just choose something dark. I literally just chose like an arbitrary, it could be black, it could be whatever. And I'll just go in here and be like, yeah, that's pretty much dark. Like this is a cylinder. Definitely dark back in there. Here's a fold that's pretty dark. Here's a fold, like this is all dark. This describes all that. It comes up here. This is pretty dark here. I'll literally just start off with these flat 2D shapes. I'm thinking in terms of like Noton, right? Two values, light value and dark value. And I'm like trying to get those shapes that I see, because again, it's like with Christina drawing hair so fast, right? It's like I looked away and then there was hair. It's like because she drew only the necessary parts to make you know it's hair.
Yeah, drew over the reference. Okay.
If you have rights to use the reference, then that's totally fine. Or if
Yeah.
it's like for personal study, that's totally fine.
Yeah. Because for personal study, that's totally fine. Like I do that. Like if I'm like confused about where the anatomy is, like I'll draw over it and be like, okay, well this is where the traps go, or okay, this is where I see the triceps going, you know. And I do it for study mainly. So if you're doing it for study, then totally fine.
You know, I would just like block it out in two values, like just turn it into Noton, right? Two values. Look for triangles, look for those shapes. And then, you know, I would absolutely look down here and go, okay, we've got the bottom of the jacket and it wraps up over the hand. This down here is definitely going to be a cast shadow that describes my form. Now, this lady is lit with a pretty soft light. So this edge is going to be soft, but I'm just going to average it and make it hard. So like in reality, this shadow would probably be like, you know, soft, but I ain't going to do that. I'm just going to make it hard for now, just to keep things simple, because I will think about soft and hard edges later. Right? Which may be now. Like I could probably go in and think about some soft and hard edges. And I'm designing these shapes, by the way. Like I'm looking at the reference, but I'm really designing them. Like
how big
this
do I want
red
this shape to be?
This red shape, I want it to look sick. I want it to look like an awesome shape. How do you make it look like an awesome shape? This gets into like shape design and shape language, right? Like, for example, I'm going to look at this side, this line. So we've got line A, B, and C. Line A, B, and C, they all point different directions, and they're all different lengths. D, E, and F. Line A, B, C, D, E, F. They're all different lengths. They're all pointing different directions. That makes a more dynamic type of shape. So instead of going, you know, I could also go like this and just simplify this. So like I'm thinking in terms of shape design. So there's like static and dynamic shapes. Like you can make shapes by like dynamic things are generally uneven. Like they have unevenness. Unevenness, right? So if I want things to look more interesting and dynamic, I can make them less even. So if I come in here and draw this shape, I'm going to have big shapes, medium shapes, small shapes, big shapes, medium shapes, small shapes, and I'm going to like connect them together and interconnect them. So like I'm looking at the reference and thinking about the folds, but I'm also designing a shape that I think will look relatively interesting. And then once I'm happy with that shape, once I'm actually happy with that shape, I can just go like, okay, soft and hard edges.
Ooh.
There's a soft edge.
Oh my gosh, that looks so beautiful.
There's a soft edge. Cylinders changing forms. You know, there's a soft edge. There's a soft edge. There's a soft edge. You know, this is a pretty soft edge. Like that sort of thing, right? And so that's exactly how I chose it, except I didn't make the light side that light. I would just like fill that in. And then I just go in here and I'll just do my little, you know, doodads, my little detail doodads, which is like, you know, here's a seam line. I'm not going to choose something white. Like I'll choose something a little bit lighter. And I'm just like, I'm always drawing around my form. Yeah, there's like a dark line in front of it. That's kind of cool. Here's like a dark line. Zoom, it like wraps around this surface. And then I get kind of like a light line in here. Wraps around the surface. I can see it gets like a little bit lighter, like right here. I can see it gets like a little bit lighter around here. I'm absolutely not going to destroy this shape that I made though. I have to keep this shape at all costs. Or if I modify it, it just has to be a shape that's also good and interesting. And I'd clean up a bunch of this stuff. Maybe clean that up. Clean this up. Clean that up. Crisp, make the edges more crisp, more deliberate. You know, we could get that white thing in there. You know, we got a couple like little overlaps and stuff. Like that's going to show a lot of information.
That is really nice.
So that's how I would do this study. And I just, as I move forward, I'm just like, do I want this to be a concave shape? Or do I want it to be a convex? Either or. Like, I see a little bit of a convex shape. But I could even go...
People are asking about the blending brush.
Like that. The blending brush, this one, I actually uploaded into the resource channel in our Discord server earlier this stream. Because it's just such a good brush. I can't keep it from the world. Like, I'm not allowed to keep it gate kept.
Bye, Dahlia. Have a good night.
But like it literally just like I explained kind of how I blend earlier, which is you've got the 3 types of edges. You've got, actually they all show up here too as well. So let me do this. Hard, soft, lost. Hard edge changes quickly. Soft edge changes slower. Lost edge changes so slow you can't really see where it changes exactly. Or a lost edge could be like this. Here's the edge. You know, you can't see it. It's there, but it's not there. So it's like hard, soft, lost. So like, what do you mean by lost edge? Well, this is a lost edge. Right there, like the edge of the sleeve. I just blended them into one. And I could make it just maybe like slightly different so you can just barely see it. My gauge, like the thing that I'm using to gauge whether it is or not is like, do I want to show it? It's like, I don't really think I need to show that. You can. So yeah, that's exactly how I'd render it. See, there's the old rendering, there's the new.
Wow.
And you can see like the new one has all the components, and then I'm just gonna come in here and go one value step darker. And I can add a little bit of my darks, my darks in here.
Circle 001 says, hey, new viewer here. Awesome.
Hello,
hey.
welcome. You know, can come in here, can come in here if I want, and there. And like that's essentially what I did. You don't have to though. I think it's fun to leave things in a very limited range.
I think the more limited it is, the more like interesting the solutions are.
Yeah. Like there's today's, there's yesterday's. Or did I do this yesterday? Yeah, I must have done that yesterday.
Did you? Oh, that probably was yesterday because we did stream yesterday.
So just, you know, essentially made the exact same types of decisions, you know. And this stuff is not like entirely accurate. Like the overall lightness and darkness is, but like it doesn't really matter that much. You know, I can go. I can like finesse these shapes and make them more accurate as time goes on, but like I don't really care that much. That would be like an extended study. These are all cylinders, by the way, so all of these would get soft. If I wanted to continue forward, every single thing would be soft. So like my hard edges would be overlaps. Like I've got a form, like a light form overlapping a dark form. That's definitely a hard edge. But anytime I've got a cylinder wrapping around, that's going to be a soft edge because, you know, cylinder's got your core. And this is really soft lighting, by the way. This is pretty soft lighting. Like, look how soft this cast shadow is right here. That means, like, there's a big light, right? It's probably, like, you know, really bright. And it's big. So it's going to give us softer shadows. So all of these shadows in here, these are going to be really slow transition, slow transition, slow transition. And when I'm choosing these shapes, I'm sort of averaging them. And like, if it doesn't look good while everything is hard, it's not going to look good if I blend the crap out of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, look at Applejack's face.
Bro.
No, he's waking up.
I'm not paying attention to him. I'm drawing. Pretending to draw. Oh.
Rip.
Dang it.
Dang it, that was a funny face.
He was like,
oh, you're so handsome.
You're so cute.
He's like, crap. Now I hear them paying attention to me, so I'm gonna change my position. How do y'all draw side profiles, but only the body? A lot of S curves. Look at a body from the side view and check their, and mainly the side view is determined by the spine. So like that will also determine how the side view will look. I don't know if we'll cover side views today. You can probably ask that on a Monday, where we do Anatomy Mondays. I gotta turn off the stove.
Like, and this is all soft, you know, soft. There's like softness in here. Like a lot of these are gonna start getting resolved once I start like looking at edges and going, what's a form change and what's like a cast shadow or an overlap. Like you can see it in here, right? Form change. But then this line right here, that's pretty hard edge. Because like this form is casting a shadow, but remember, it's a pretty soft light. We can tell because this shadow right here is pretty soft. It's not like this just instant hard thing. We can draw it that way if we want, right? We can make it like, I kind of did that on a study in the past. This one right here, like this is a past study that I did, and I use this exact same process, right? I'm like, cores, casts, tension points. I drew this whole thing first. Like this whole thing was a line work before it was a painting. And so you could really feel all of the form in this, you know, like as this goes around, you can really feel all this form. And it feels like it's changing direction, and that's value change is form change. Right, here's a cast shadow. What do I use? Like yellow? Yeah, yellow would probably work. Right, cast shadow, blended into this cast shadow. Cast shadow describes the form underneath of it. Look at this. Here's a cylinder with a cast shadow on it from this flap. Here's that cast shadow right there. Do you post your streams anywhere? Yes, we have them all on YouTube. Every single stream we've pretty much ever done is on our YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy. And it's the same thing here, by the way. Cast shadow. Cast shadow. You know, like a soft cast shadow. This is cast shadow. Cast shadows are really, really good for describing form. It's like line work or something, right? Like, if I wanted to describe this form, I could just chuck something over top of it, and then the cast shadow would be like... like that. Like, I could describe the form of this using a cast shadow, and so you see it all over the place, because it's just a natural thing that happens all the time. The cast shadows are so incredibly valuable for helping you like understand the world, that like if I draw out a little ground plane here and I put a cylinder, like let's just say here's a cylinder, here's a sphere. Where are these? Well, there's the cylinder and the sphere. The cylinder's behind the sphere. But now watch. Never mind, this cylinder's actually in front. It's in front of the sphere, and it's just floating high in the air. Never mind, the sphere and the cylinder. It's like that. It's like that. You can move these things using the cast shadow. It's kind of crazy. Like, it works the same way with this kind of stuff. It's like a design tool. It's like shows you where things are. You know, even I should just make a new layer for it. How about that? Right, and then let's put this maybe on this layer. It's like that one game that Queso was playing where you like look at things and it becomes the reality. Whoa. Actually, it's back there. This is Colton Animation 101. Whoa. Colton solo stream. Christina's cooking. Bye-bye, Sai. Hello, new viewer here. Hello, Circle 001. The first circle ever to exist. The original circle. This is what Christina was working on. This is sick, huh? Look at this. That's cute. It's Tira. She drew Tira yesterday too. It's not on this. I keep forgetting it's not on this iPad. She's, yeah. Did you say you've been on a Tira streak? For real? Live demos, that, Tira. Holy moly, I forgot how big she drew this. You drew this like 10,000 pixels. It's absolutely massive, dude. Holy moly, bro. My Photoshop is like struggling. This is Christina's Tira yesterday. What? Yes. Anyways, how you doing? Chat, what are you up to today? Doing any drawing or fun stuff? Hey, Tori. My brain hurt.
Oh, your brain hurts?
Pancakes does.
Oh.
Chuko Light, hello. Girl followed the live creator. Thank you for the follow. And Solo Warrior as well. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make a fan art of June, but I can't find where her character info is, so can you explain the style?
Well, I don't even see that. Oh, Claudia. It's in the Discord server in character references.
Mm-hmm. Here, I'll show you.
In the very top of the Discord server, there's a channel called Character References. And there's all the characters.
Yep.
Their style sheets. You can draw them in whatever style you want, though. Yep. That's June.
Preferably whatever style you want. You don't have to draw it in the exact way how I've done it.
They're just there and available.
Mm-hmm. Frustrated with my post today's, but I'm okay. Well, that's good. You can always you will get frustrated for a good while.
Hey, you drew today. That's a huge win.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you studied and you drew. That is a win.
That is a win.
Don't turn your win into a loss.
Wow.
Like, studying and trying something is the ultimate win.
Mm-hmm. What software do you suggest for beginners?
Anything, really.
Anything. You know, you can go free. There's a ton of free softwares nowadays, you know, like Krita.
Yeah, there's definitely some very well-made articles online that go over free software for whatever device you have.
Mm-hmm. It's probably a better question to ask for Google.
Frustrated, yeah. I noticed that I would tend to turn wins into losses by viewing them in a way that was not healthy. So like in my mind, I would get up and I would draw and I would practice and it wouldn't turn out good. And then I would go, dang, this sucks. And I'd like be frustrated. And it's like, no, like the practice is the win. Mm-hmm. Trying something, doing something, learning is the win. How the drawing turns out is not something that you can control. So don't let it determine how you feel. Like, try not to let anything that's outside of your control affect like your productivity. That helped me a lot. Like, seeing things in that way. It's like, I'm only going to allow things I can control, which is your own actions, to determine whether I have a win or a loss. And I would go like, if I showed up, I won. Mm-hmm. It's a big W.
Big dubs.
Any tips on drawing an isometric perspective? Use an isometric grid. That's what we always did.
So all the lines are like parallel?
Every time I was on a mobile game, it was pretty much always an isometric perspective, and we just use isometric grids. Nothing foreshortened. It's 0-point perspective. So, like, I can't make myself draw isometric. I have to use a grid. Otherwise, I'll naturally make a vanishing point.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Jack?
Baby Jack, you were so silly earlier.
He's so cute.
He is really cute.
Yeah, isometric perspective, just grid. Grid. And even when you're doing like game work and stuff, like most isometric designs are on tiles. So you just have an isometric grid that's tile sized. And so it's like, okay, this unit is 1 tile. This unit is 2 tiles. This unit is a 3x2 tiles. Some of the earliest projects I worked on were isometric projects. Very fun stuff, by the way.
Mm.
I'm working on drawing my own game boards and pieces for a home tabletop RPG we play online. Awesome.
Oh, sick.
Is that TTRPG? Is that tabletop RPG? I've never really tried it. But yeah, just find like an isometric grid online and just use that.
Gotta put the potatoes in the oven.
You draw a box on this. That's not right. Just, use this as a grid. You can grid it out. Zoop, 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 zoop. You know, if you want to, you know, connect a point like this, these will also be isometric. Isometric drawing is like, you know, really fun. You could have like a little mobile, like a little unit, you know, that's like has like a little satellite dish that goes boop, boop, and like rotates around. Like we got to give them a little door to get inside probably. We could just put that on the side. I don't really know what to work on. Will you ever do a landscape lesson for landscape concept arts? Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Would you suggest having the grid on a separate layer? Yeah, for sure. I just drew it on the same layer because I wasn't gonna finish it. Yeah, organize your layers. It can help. You don't need to. Yeah, we did one not too long ago. Let me look. Forest paint over? I painted over this. I did this pretty recently on stream. This is like a paint over of an old artwork that I did. I do landscape stuff sometimes on stream. Coloring demo, rendering, streams, clothing demo.
There was that landscape one with the blue and the red.
Yeah, what was that even in? Color lessons? Nope. I don't know where it is.
Probably in like a different layer group.
I could probably just find it in like the Discord in live demos.
I would love a demo on backgrounds. Oh yeah. There
Yeah.
it is.
This is from a recent stream. I did this one live from start to finish. It's still really rough, but like I did that one live. I talked about like abstraction. I talked about like, you know, starting with 2 values, moving into more values, and then going into color. I talked about some of the principles of like doing landscape stuff. But yeah, we can talk about it again in the future if you want. Like this is literally just like a landscape right here. As soon as you add a person, it's an environment. But yeah, we talked a lot about that kind of stuff.
I used to not be able to replicate reference pictures, but now I can. Then realize it's not my art. Then I feel bad.
I mean, why feel bad if you improved?
Yeah.
Like, you're ahead of where you started.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really see a reason to feel bad. Like you can want to, you know, be somewhere that you're not, and that's totally fine. But it's not like you moved backwards at all. Like you moved forwards, just maybe not in the exact direction you wanted, but like.
At least you moved in a direction.
Yeah, you know? Like I don't see anything to feel bad about.
Yeah. Once again, don't make your wins into losses.
Yeah, I mean that's a win.
Mm-hmm.
It is a win. You know, you can like reestablish where you want to go. Like I want to be able to make my own stuff, and then you go, okay, how do I make my own things?
Mm-hmm. Really interesting shadows on on the skirt because these shadows are caused by like a smaller light. It looks like. I mean, the shadows are pretty harsh. So like I remember when you said that, oh, the shadows are soft, so that means like there's like a bunch of light sources, and this one only has,
a
like,
big light source.
Yeah, big light source.
This one's like a little tiny light bulb on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see in this reference here, look how sharp those cast shadows are. They're extremely defined, extremely hard edged. That means the light source is very small.
Yeah.
This is absolutely not like a clothing catalog photo.
No.
They would never have light shadows that hard in like a photo for like selling this outfit or whatever.
They would just have everything as soft.
Yeah, which you could soften it if you wanted, or you could just leave it hard.
I think it's kind of interesting to leave it hard because I'm like, I've never really. I mean, I have definitely painted clothes that have hard edges, but like not very often. Most of the time, I always color them with soft edges.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have trouble painting clothes as well because almost every image you find online has really soft lighting because they're like showcasing it for selling it. Like almost every photo on Pinterest has like soft light because it's all just a bunch of clothing ads.
Yeah.
And so if you want to draw clothes with hard edges or hard shadows, it's like, how do I find them? But even knowing the difference, like you could turn this into a soft edged.
Yeah. I could soften the edges.
Yeah, you could soften the edges for sure. Like you could even soften them so much that like the shadows, the shapes of the shadows themselves aren't even really similar.
Yeah. I kind of like it. Another study.
What time is it for us? It's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m.
I think this kind of texture is very interesting to portray. I think I'll just make it like a gray.
Claudia, were you the one that was watching that old head portrait YouTube video I made? Were you the one that that posted that in the Discord server? I was like, oh no, like I forgot that video was on our channel.
Oh my gosh.
What did you think of that video? Oh my gosh, I made that so many years ago. That was when we were living in the old place, and that must have been even before we started live streaming. Like that was
definitely before live
that
streaming.
video was made long before we started live streaming. Ew.
Well, you were like, oh my gosh, it looks like beginner work.
Yeah. As a recently enrolled major for fine art and digital arts who learned from just videos and then began to pursue it, how long did it take for you to be this good? Your art is so good, and love the stream.
Thank you.
It's a process. Like you learn over a long. You know, now I made everybody want to go watch that video. It kind of backfired. I liked it. I was just watching different videos while drawing nice. It's a long process, you know, to learn how to draw. You know, it'll take years. Christina's been drawing ever since she was a little kid.
Yeah.
But, like she's been learning seriously and like taking like high level classes and practicing those assignments for years now. The
assignments are, I would say the assignments is what made me good or better.
Yeah. Like this for her is just kind of like a silly doodle sketch. Like it's not like she's trying on it, but it's not like a try hard piece.
Yeah, I'm not like, I gotta. Yeah, it's just more like I'm just gonna casually.
It's not like a hardcore like illustration or whatever.
Yeah. Now for me, like I feel like my training would definitely improve if I did more like hardcore illustrations.
Yeah.
Like studies like this is like nothing. You know, it's like casual. You know.
Bro, I need to do more try hard pieces. Chat, can you get me to do try hard art?
Chat, can you force me to do try hard art? But I think it's just because like a part of me is like scared to make a try hard piece. You know, I feel like even professionals get scared because they're like, I got a lot of work.
That's the fearless part.
That's the fearless part.
That's the part that is like, even to this day, I think the best piece of advice is to just fearlessly jump in and try things.
We need to take our own advice.
Yeah, Colton, if you try hard, then I promise to try hard as well. I can't even force you to finish the 1,000 heads. Hey, I'm 330 something in now. I've been making progress on that, Tori. I'm in like 330 something. I've been doing them slowly but surely. And I did a couple figure drawings, 3 figure drawings before stream today. They were like 10 minute figures. I really enjoy doing figure drawing, bruh.
Figure drawing's great.
I really enjoy doing figure drawing.
I feel like I need like a darker edge in here.
If you do the try hard piece, I will draw Miki as Hatsune Miku, dubbed Hatsune Miku. I'll do a try hard piece sometime soon. I was in the middle of a try hard piece. It was that one with June in the fisheye lens with the cars.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But I never finished it. I never actually finished that piece. Maybe I'll like pick that piece back up and like work on it again. It was a while back, wasn't it?
That was a while back. I feel like you've gotten way better since then too.
Oh, I forgot about this headphone study that I did. Where are they? Where are those pieces anyways? I don't even think I have like an updated version of that drawing. Like I think this was like the most updated one. That was when Toby was still a kitten.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Toby can't.
Yeah, this was like, you can't even, the exposure's not catching it. But I was working on a piece, like a sketch for a while of June, like standing by a car and like
sick. Finish that one.
Like a back alleyway, and there's some like cars in the background and stuff. In like a kind of like a fisheye-ish lens. Oh, here's like another clothing study that I did a little while back. That's like a sketch, you know. Kind of like what I did today on stream. That's kind of like when I very first learned about fisheye lenses. This was the line work. This was the line work for it. See, she's too big.
Compared to the car.
Yeah, but I adjusted scale and stuff. What's this?
Whoa.
Is that yuan? Is that like, what is that?
Yuan?
Yuan? Yeah, yuan. The
Is it?
Y with it. Chat. I need you to help me out for a second. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Circle 001. What is
What currency?
this currency?
Is it yen or yuan?
Chat, what is this currency? It's yen.
Oh, wow.
Yen, so like Japanese yen.
Oh. Away from Japan.
That's fun.
Fun.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yen, 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 yen. Do you have any courses online? Yes, we do. And they are on Black Friday sale right now. Oh my gosh, thank you for asking. Absolutely. Thank you so much, by the way. Really appreciate it. I'm glad you found the channel and enjoy JPY, Japanese yen. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Well, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, we have classes online. It's called Anime Art School. It's basically a year-long mini college that covers a whole bunch of different stuff, from figure drawing and anatomy to heads and faces and expressions to costume. There's a 14-week clothing and costume drawing class. There's a 12-week anatomy and figure drawing class. There's a 14-week perspective class. There's a 14-week painting class. It's so much. It's like a mini college.
Yep.
And it's on sale 25% off right now. You can check it out on drawanime.com.
Code is Friday 25.
Friday 25. Yen or JP yuan. Okay, what is the yuan?
Yuan is Chinese.
But what does it look like?
I don't remember.
What's the symbol for the Chinese currency? Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Appreciate it. Don't forget, we also have a Discord server. There is a Secret Santa event going on, completely free to join. You can join the Discord server, go to the announcements channel, and join. We're going to have a really big stream on December 23rd. It's going to be a lot of fun. People draw each other's characters. You can find all of that in the announcements channel. So if you're looking for something to do, if you're looking to make art friends and have a good time, this is your sign, all right? This... Oh, it's just one with... It's with one.
Yeah.
No wonder I thought it was that.
Yeah.
This is your sign to go join Secret Santa.
Yes.
We're trying to get more members that joined than last year. I think we'll need to like 10 or 11 more members. I could ask Sarah how many have signed up, but
how do you deal with imposter syndrome when pursuing art? You know, I've felt that before, where like, you know, being a teacher and stuff.
There it is.
I'd be like, you know, am I really good enough to teach? Like, oh, my art's not really as good. And then I'm just like, but like I am where I am, you know, like I don't have to be everywhere all at once, I guess. And I know that like as I continue to draw, I'll continue improving. Like I started teaching in 2019 and my art was trash at the time, but that was also the time where I was just like learning a lot, you know, and you just keep on moving forward.
Silly little Applejack is so cute.
I think like as long as you keep trying your best, like it's totally fine to just continue. Like, and I feel like everyone will always have some form of imposter syndrome, but like I think that just comes with being an artist. I don't really know. What do you feel imposter syndrome about? Like, do you mean like, oh, I can't do this? Am I really an artist? Is it that kind of feeling? Like,
they share the same symbol.
Sure, similar symbol, I think. I feel like I feel it more as an imposter syndrome when it comes to teaching, because it's like being a teacher, like I would have to have a better understanding of how to teach certain things, and I'm kind of like the drawings also got to look pretty decent, and I got to know what I'm talking about. But you know, you always start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you are where you are. You have a unique life, right? You are not comparable to someone else. Everybody's lives are just too different in order to compare. So it is unfair to compare your life to someone else's or your art to someone else's. Like, you are where you are, and that's just, it's what it is.
I also think that being an artist is not your identity. Like, maybe that also helps with it as well. Like you're more than just your art.
89 people signed up for Secret Santa so far.
Wow, 89.
We only need a couple more people signing up to do art for Secret Santa in order to beat last year's amount of signups. Wow. We're going to have to go hard tomorrow on live stream to get people signed up. That's going to be fun. Kitty Cam. He's Applejack. He's a big bat. He's so cute and fluffy. He has little espresso bean toes, as you can see. We actually use these to make my coffee in the morning. We go
harvest the beans.
I have an interview for an MBA program tomorrow. Do you have any tips? I've never done that. What's Secret Santa? It is an event going on in the Discord server. It is an event going on in the Discord server where people draw each other's original characters, and you draw them in secret. So you join the Secret Santa via a form in the announcements channel, and you get assigned someone else who's submitted their character, and then you draw their character, and someone else in the it's not a competition, but someone else in the event draws your original character. And then everybody posts them, and we have a big, giant live stream on December 23rd to cover all of the Secret Santa artwork. And we show it. We show the iPad right here, and we go over all the work in the Discord server, and we have a really good time. It is absolutely free. If you have an original character and you want to do some drawing for the Christmas event, you can join. You can join. Just make sure that if you join, you are going to be drawing someone else's character and submitting it. And if you don't follow through with drawing that character, you're going to ruin someone's Christmas. Not really, but like seriously.
Well, like, you know, you got to commit to it.
You got to commit to it because someone's going to be drawing your character. And if you don't draw someone else's character, you're going to kind of look like a jerk, but it's not that big of a deal. Like,
well, I mean, like if
it's not that big of a deal, meaning you don't have to do like a crazy, insane artwork. It's just a fun event, you know? Yeah.
Well, like I would say, like if you drop out and then get mad at someone else dropping out and be like, "What? I didn't get a gift." Well, that's exactly what happened.
That happened last year. Someone dropped out, and then they were mad that the person that was drawing their character dropped out, and it was just like, isn't that a little hypocritical?
It's funny.
But
I mean, like you have like what, like 20 days to do it, 23
yeah,
days to do it. Like you guys have a lot of time.
You got like 22, 23 days to do it. And it's a really fun event.
Yeah,
it's
really
really fun. You know, it's not like you have to spend weeks and weeks and weeks on it. Like you can if you want, but it's just,
you know,
it's just a fun event that we all do. And there's a big art show, and you know, we celebrate everybody's art and we compliment it on stream, and it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Bye not BH Gamer.
Bye.
Congrats on getting to school as well. Awesome. Might sound like a troll question. Have you felt like you're improving too fast? I'm quite happy with my progress, but I'm a bit scared I will hit my plateau soon. Just, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, don't turn good things into bad things. Again, it's like, if you're improving really fast,
that's a good thing.
Don't wreck it by being worried. Just enjoy the fact that you're improving.
Yeah, enjoy the newfound skills.
Yeah, like, awesome. Like, that's so cool. Like,
don't
congratulations that you're improving so fast. Like, that's awesome.
Just don't sabotage yourself. That's
yeah,
it.
Don't sabotage the joy, because if you do stop improving, like,
then you're like, oh, I didn't even get to enjoy the time where I was improving. You know.
Don't make yourself unhappy over a good thing. Anime Cafe, hello. Just do your best. Happy seeing my character in any art level as long as they have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real.
Oh yeah, same here.
Bye Lizzie.
Like,
have a good one.
I don't care how your drawing looks. If you draw right to the best of your ability, I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that counts.
For real, it's like, oh my gosh, I think one of the things like that happens so incredibly much is like people wrecking their happiness over a fear that they won't be happy.
Oh my god.
It's like,
yeah, that's a joy killer.
You know what I mean? It's like, just celebrate the wins, live in the moment. You're improving fast, that's enough to celebrate and be happy. Don't worry about the future.
What?
Nothing. Wait, Fox, are you watching the stream right now, or are you not? Aw, Tori and Fox said hi to each other. My mom's kind of homeless. No, someone just posted in the chat. That was that iShow speed clip, right? I need this. I don't know the context behind that, but I've heard that so many times. I'm gonna go draw two as well now. Awesome.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Thank you for the dono as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Super chat. Appreciate it a lot. I want to join Super Secret Santa. I want to join Secret Santa, but I don't have an OC.
Make one by Monday. Monday's a deadline, I think.
Yeah, make one tonight.
Make one tonight.
Try something. Could be fun. Finishing coloring Snaz's character. Nice.
Maybe you've always had that character that you've always were thinking about but never get to draw him. Or never got to draw him. There's that chance. And, just keep in mind that whenever you design a character, like, it's not going to be their forever design.
Yes.
It's going to change.
Up for Secret Santa right now. Let's go.
Let's go.
Awesome.
Colin, you still need to do yours.
I forgot submissions close tomorrow already. Crap, I did forget mine, didn't I?
You do it now. You already have the reference sheets.
Ooh, rendering. Finishing coloring Snaz's character.
I'm gonna make you submit your.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it before it closes. I promise. No, seriously, I do want to do Secret Santa.
Okay. I would say like Tira is very fun to render.
Tickle Monsters and Miko is so cute, bro.
I know, so
the
cute. The
June one is
and the
so
Miko one
good.
is so good.
And Chuko's, let's go.
I actually really liked was it Chuko that drew Ray and Hannah together? That was like so cute.
Do you guys have live stream with Color Theory too? Yes, we do Color Theory quite often.
Yeah, we actually did a Color Theory one kind of a while ago.
Yeah.
Some time ago.
This was Christina's side of the Color Theory lesson. So we talked a lot about that, changing colors, context, and then this was my side of the color theory lesson. We discussed choosing colors, color temperature, color relativity, lightness and darkness, what colors to choose for the shadows. We talked about grays and neutrals. We talked about simultaneous contrast. A lot of that kind of stuff. It was good. That's a number of streams ago, but I guarantee you we will be going over that more in the future. We even talked a little bit about like rendering and that sort of thing. So yeah, this is kind of the aftermath of, this was a still life that was done on Stream Live, by the way, and Christina actually has one too. We both did one. There's hers, and then that other one was mine. So we kind of approached it in a different way, actually.
I went warmer, you went cooler. You went probably more close to the actual real life reference.
It's funny.
Yeah.
We were in different positions.
Yeah. Which stream was that? That was
Oh man.
Let me see the date on this stream.
I don't know the date. I don't actually know the date, but
November 21st.
We do cover it a lot. The 21st of November. Okay.
Yep.
November 21st on our YouTube channel. Chuko, yeah, I was talking about your fan art a little bit.
And I was talking about your fan art with Ray and Hannah, I believe. It was really nice.
Do you like drawing in Procreate or Photoshop better? Photoshop, because I'm a lot more used to it. Procreate's good though.
Quite like this study.
I just draw so much faster when I have a keyboard. Like Control Z, allows me to make mistakes faster and remove them faster. Brush, eraser. I'm not very fast at Procreate, but I don't necessarily think Photoshop's better. I'm just more used to it. Any program works great.
I was even wondering, what if I drew Tira with a high ponytail instead of her usual hairstyle? But, like, this hairstyle also looks really good with this outfit.
Let's go. It does.
Toby? He's looking like an angel.
Meow. Meow. He don't care.
There we go. I actually like painting with a white background. It kind of makes the character look really, like, bold.
What about you? Do you like Procreate or Photoshop more? Like for coloring, painting?
Honestly?
Drawing?
Let me think. I actually don't know. I like both. But I feel like when I'm on Procreate, I feel a lot, and when I'm on the iPad, like here, I feel quite comfortable. I feel a lot looser than I do on my Cintiq, funny enough. But I also like drawing on my computer. Maybe I guess I feel more comfortable here, for the most part. Like, I'll just, like, randomly doodle. Maybe it's just my headspace or something.
You want to know what Huion said in the email as well? They said that they were open to future giveaways and sponsorships and stuff too. So there's a possibility that we could even do like tablet giveaways in our community with Huion as like a sponsor.
That's sick.
I loved the tablet a lot. Like I wouldn't want to give away something that I didn't like. Let's go. Let's go. That would be really fun, wouldn't it? Like, oh, giving away a Huion canvas. That's the sort of thing I would do if we did like another challenge on the stream.
Oh
like
my gosh. We would.
Giveaway stuff.
We definitely
No Huion today? Not today.
Not today.
We did 2 live streams where the Huion was used the whole stream.
I feel like I kind of like using the iPad, at least for stream setup. I quite like it. It's easier to navigate. Ooh, chat. Did you just see that?
What?
That
Ooh.
purple. Kind of like that.
What's that? You know the Indian street food where she does like the shing and then she like puts the like the sparkling.
Yeah.
That's the sound. Like that would be the sound, right? It's like.
Yeah, literally. It's pretty. Kind of actually gives it a more interesting color variation in there too.
That's fun. You gonna give your sister your tablet?
Oh.
I'll never forget on stream, a long time ago. Nobody in chat remembers this probably. Nobody who's actually here. Maybe if Sarah's here, she would remember all that time ago when we were playing Roblox with Iz and Bun, and we asked Bun, "Do you draw?"
Oh yeah.
That was wild. Those were good times. You know, do you draw?
She was great. She was a very.
Bro, she was good.
Yeah, she was good.
She was so good.
She was good for her age. Too bad she's not around anymore in terms of like not active in the server.
Yeah.
I don't know where she went.
But neither is Iz.
Yeah,
Speaking of Iz,
true.
she better have responded to the streak. Yep. 409 streak with Iz. We have been on a streak with one of our old mods for 409 days. That's compared to Tori's pathetic 309 days.
Pathetic. I think I destroyed that. I don't want that. These ruffles don't feel like ruffles right now. There we go.
I'm 100% gonna try Clip Studio at some point. I hear it's great. A lot of people like it. It's like actually optimized for artists. I'm hyped. I saw a video online where Tyler Edlin was talking about trying Clip Studio and he was like blown away. I wouldn't mind bringing him on again.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. He's a nice dude. Sorry for coming later as a mod. You should have existed earlier.
You should have existed earlier. I love Clip Studio. Yeah, I loved it too. I used to use that before I switched to what's it called? Before I switched to Photoshop, and it was quite good for a good while. And then I got used to using Photoshop, and now I don't really use Clip Studio anymore. I was in the streams before. You should have noticed me earlier.
You should have been more noticeable earlier.
That's a wild roast.
Chinese Procreate streamer that I used to watch to make a lot of great art. Oh my gosh, yeah.
They're very good.
There's a couple streamers that I've seen recently on YouTube. Their stuff is so good.
I can't even compare.
Just made the best pose I've ever made for mine. Awesome.
Really? That's great.
I drew Miki. How much more noticeable could I have been? That's crazy. Draw Miki again.
I forgot what it looked like.
I'm glad Tori's back. They only stream on Discord, unfortunately.
Oh, I see.
Ooh, just gotta work. What we learning? Just got out of work? Today we talked about clothing folds. Christina did that study up top, the demo. And she did that one too, and that one. I re-rendered this one right here. I re-rendered it because someone asked about it and talked a little bit about, you know, different folds and stuff. And Christina did that demo of Tira. Can you introduce the streamer name? I don't know exactly. It's something like SM58 or something. I don't remember. Let me look. It's like some number. Is it? Is that the person? I don't remember what their name is. It's like some number and letters. I'll have to wait till they pop back up on my
One thing I hate about Clip
stream.
Studio is not having the money for the subscription. So either have to use doodle mode and can't save my art to my tablet, or use Medibang and deal with the ads. Yeah, I got it. I think I got Clip Studio before the subscription. I don't like it when they turn to subscription. It's kind of annoying. Like, that's why I really like Procreate, which is like, oh, one and done, you know? Oh, that's fun.
That's not them. I don't know where they are. I'll have to wait till it shows up and say
Was
it
that
on like
Japanese
another
one?
stream. No, they're I don't know. I don't know who they are. They're really good though. It might be on my personal account.
The best part being unable to sleep is the time zones can't keep me away from the lives anymore. Thank you. Well, I hope that you still can able to sleep. Get
Whoa.
some melatonin.
More esophagus
Grumbles.
grumbles.
Gurgles.
I don't actually remember. Hey, have you heard this kid Madax who can really draw? Is there a reason every first letter of every word is capitalized? Is this a prank? You have a lifetime for PC, but not in tablets. Interesting. Wonder what that has to do with. What tablets brands?
Tablet brands.
Tablet brands have you all tried? Just Wacom and Huion now.
You can always buy the license subscription. There's a license.
What if you tried gold rim light? I don't think gold would show up very well as rim light. It's a really, really light piece.
Yeah.
You'd have to probably lower the exposure of the whole thing.
I would have to darken this whole thing and then add the yellow. So, I don't know. Sarah asked if we're still on stream. I don't know if she came here.
I said earlier.
Oh, okay. Hey, Clara.
They mean in mobile/tablets that the one with only subscriptions PC is a license.
Oh.
Yeah. Are y'all married? Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely. You know, if y'all know any other streamers who are stream as a couple, you know, we love to see them.
There we go. Cute little ribbons on the side as little accents.
You guys have a Huion too? Yeah.
Actually,
Huion
yeah.
had sent us a tablet. We've been using it for the last couple days on stream.
I think that's cute. It's like a little filter. Like,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
That is cute.
I feel like I want to draw a little purse for her. I don't know where to put it. Maybe here. That's kind of cute.
Bro, look at this.
What? Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Is this the cutest thing you've
That's
ever
like a
seen in your
Miko
entire
dog.
life?
Oh my gosh.
Look at
Oh
this.
my gosh, Ouchie, why is your art so cute? I just want to
Ouchie,
eat
are
it
you
up.
still here?
I literally
yeah, we said the same thing. I literally cannot get enough of your work. It's so cute.
It's so cute. It is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm so
That's
glad
good
Ouchie's
stuff.
art has blessed us with their art.
Yeah. If I'm lucky,
Ouchie's art, cute art.
Ouchie's cute art will rub off on me. Oh, that's good stuff, honestly.
I don't think I'll add a purse. It's a cute idea though, but I'll keep it like this. I'll make the thing white. There we go. That's better.
That's a really nice one.
Oh, that is very nice.
For the folds on
folds
the
are
clothes in
great.
the malls are so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at the knee. That's good.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good looking knee. Okay.
Bro, I need to get better at drawing knees.
Then get better at drawing knees. Yeah, we have already attempted the free red art challenge.
Yup.
Do you find more inspiration from real life or from others' art?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I would say I get a lot of inspiration from just like things that I encounter, like movies and books, and
Yeah.
I definitely get inspired from other people's art though. It's a good question.
I think it's like if I see an art piece that like really hits a certain vibe, that's just like, man, I want to draw like a Ray piece with that kind of vibe, then I'm like, oh, I'm inspired.
Yeah. Jean.
Jean.
Hello, how you doing? How's the stuff been going?
Yeah. He still streams pretty often.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch the last motorcycle drawing stream that you did. Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Chuckle Monster, hey. She looks so ethereal. Thank you. She is very ethereal. Her name
Yes.
is Tira.
By the way, chat, if you are here, Gene Bond Art in the chat is a good friend, and he has a fantastic channel on perspective. He teaches some of the most advanced perspective stuff that I've ever found, and it's on his YouTube channel for free. Go subscribe to him. He's in the chat right now on YouTube. Gene Bond Art. GENEBONDART. We're actually going to be streaming with him again coming up, I don't know, in December or sometime. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal stuff. Like, you should see his perspective work. It's insane. Pretty much everything I know about like fisheye lens drawing and all that, he started all that. He has really, really good content.
And I took a mentorship with him too.
Yep. Christina took a mentorship with him. He's that good at drawing. Gina's in the chat on YouTube. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Well, like, I definitely, I got a lot of confidence because I'm like, oh, I was able to do kind of like rough scenes like this.
Yeah. Oh, Gina, I wanted to show you a book. Are you still here? I'm going to grab it.
I was doing stuff like this. Hopefully. Trying to continue trying to continue learning and remembering what I was taught Like this one was done as well. This one looks kind of fun. Ordered new microphone, but lazy one, the Blue Yeti. Blue Yeti's pretty good.
Ordered microphone, lazy one, Blue Yeti. They're not too bad.
Yeah.
We use those. All right, this book I found recently.
Oh yes.
It is so good. Right here.
Woo.
Dr. Mashirito's Ultimate Manga Techniques. Bro, this is a good book.
Good book.
Like, this is some guy who, the 6th editor-in-chief of Japan's biggest manga magazine, Shonen Jump, he is actually the discoverer of Akira Toriyama of Dragon Ball and has been working for a really long time. He talks all about creating manga, paneling, getting published, creating stories, how to make stories more interesting, like all this paneling stuff, designing the layout, like literally everything about creating manga, making backgrounds, all that kind of stuff. I found this at the bookstore recently and was literally blown away by it. It's so good. It's so good.
Hard to find such gem in English.
Yeah,
it's in English.
Totally
too.
agreed.
When Colton saw this, it was like love at first sight.
Yeah, it was love at first sight. I've been going through it and looking at a bunch of this stuff. Ultimate Manga Declaration. It's so cool. It's this one. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you want, or you can always go rewatch the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always on the lookout for stuff like that. It is so cool. All about paneling. And it talks about a bunch about like Japan's publishing industry and everything. Lots of good stuff. I was astounded. He was literally friends with Akira Toriyama. He like worked with him when he was a very, very, very first getting published and making his Dragon Ball.
That's cool. Talk about like close shot, medium shots.
Yep, he talks about all that kind of stuff.
Man, Akira Toriyama's work was so good.
Oh, dude,
wow.
he's so good at drawing. Yeah, it's really nice stuff. I had to show you that book. I was gonna take a picture of it and send it to you on Discord, but I forgot. I'm looking forward to the stream though.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, we upgraded our camera not too long ago on stream, and oh my gosh, it works so much better.
It works so much better. The zoom is so much smoother. We don't have to go like we don't have to go like
yeah.
with the zoom.
Oh my gosh.
It's so annoying.
Cute stream.
Thank you.
What camera? Sony ZV-E10.
Yes.
It comes with a 16 to 55 millimeter lens, so 16 is pretty wide, you know, so you can zoom way out. Not overheat.
Nope.
It has not overheated. You know, you change the heat setting to high, and then I have a dummy battery that I put in it, so it just stays on forever. It actually is not even that warm right now.
Extend the canvas a bit. Maybe I'll draw Miki. Bro, you want to know how to get good practice with clothing drawing? Just do a bunch of this. Fill a page.
Yup.
Fill a page just like this.
Go to the mall and take pictures of the mannequins. Of course, you're not going to get a very wide range of types of clothing.
Yeah, because they're all like have a similar aesthetic.
But luckily, all of our characters will wear these kinds of clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually perfect. I never even thought about that. Like, you don't get a very wide variety of types of clothing. It's like, you know, modern girl clothing.
Yeah, modern kind of chic, cute girl clothing.
I will figure out stuff with Mural Job. We'll tell about stream collaboration when it will be clear. Awesome. Yeah, you know us. We're doing our thing. We're pretty flexible. So whenever you want to do the stream, we will do it. It's raining here.
Ooh.
Dude, I want to go to Taiwan.
I want to go to Taiwan too.
You're in Taiwan City, right? Is that it? I want to go there so bad. Yes, you will love it. How is it getting around there? Like, if you only speak English, is it not too bad?
I think don't they have like English and Chinese or something, or maybe not? I don't know.
Mentalion, it's near Taipei. Okay, yeah, you live in Taipei, right? Or I remember the tower that you draw I don't remember exactly what it looks like. It's a building and it kind of looks like this. Right? Something like that. You've probably drawn that tower like 50 times, right? Nakatomi Tower.
How long have y'all been drawing? Long time.
Most can speak English, but often shy to speak.
Oh.
It's like your friend.
Yeah, that's like my friend. I know how to speak Chinese a little bit, but I'm too shy to speak it because like once people start speaking to me in Chinese, I'd be like,
your eyes start turning into swirls.
Yeah, like I can't. Yeah, that's what happens.
Here.
What? This is me when people start speaking in Chinese with different accents too. I'm like, I can't. That's so cute.
That's Christina when people speak to her in Chinese fast.
Yeah. The only Chinese that I can understand is my family's because I've talked with them a long time. And they have a certain way of like speaking. They speak slow enough that I can understand.
Can make a ride around Taiwan on scooters.
Ooh, scooters?
That could be fun. Yeah, that'd be cool to go there. Maybe we should, Christina.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to take a trip. How long have y'all been drawing? Whole life.
Whole life. Ever since I can remember. You know, my grandma says that my first drawing was when I was 4 years old, drawing a little rabbit. And I remember seeing the drawing and it looked like this. Wait, I think it looked like this.
That's cute.
I think it kind of looked like that of some sort.
I like that.
Yeah.
I want to go there in Thailand. That's fun. Bro, we need to get through that Ramon Hurtado and Devin and Corbin.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we do.
Class is so good with the zigzag shoelace theory, bro.
That like
it's
revolutionized.
Good. It's really good with like value grouping and stuff. Ooh, chat, we got some juicy stuff coming up in the future with composition and all that. We've been learning some industry secrets. I'm exaggerating. It's not
industry
that crazy.
Secrets.
But it's really good stuff. I only know English and sign language has been a while, so my sign language is rusty. My mom learned sign language, like ASL, American Sign Language. Yeah, the scooters, that would be cool. I know the alphabet, most of it at least.
Was it A?
A, B, C, D, E. I don't remember F, like something like that or something. I don't remember. G, I think maybe G is like, maybe that was G.
Wait, what's this? H?
That one is R, I believe.
Oh, R.
And like J, I think you do like that. Like you just put your pinky out and like scoop it.
Yeah, and is this I?
Make trip around Taiwan calls Huandao.
Huh. Is that iPad 11 or 13? This is 13.
What is that? Embark on a thrilling journey around Taiwan's captivating shores. Huandao. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I want to talk a little bit about tight clothing. Tight clothing wraps around the form, just like that.
Let's go.
You won't see much, especially if it's like elastic. You won't see a lot of like folds that look like this, right? This doesn't feel tight anymore. It feels baggy. So just make sure it like wraps tightly around the waist, and generally they'll be like straighter, kind of straighter. Boop. Boop. Ah, it looks tight now. And then tighter clothes will also have a little bit, especially if it's stretching across like breasts, for example, they'll be straighter. And then when they wrap around the waist, they'll wrap around the cylinder. And now it looks like tight clothes.
Christina's going to be using our old stream iPad camera for her webcam on her PC now.
Oh, yes. I'm
So when
excited.
she makes YouTube videos, she's actually going to be able to use a nice little camera for her webcam. She's using the Logitech C920 now, you know, like the most basic of the basic webcams. Bro, there's cat hair in here.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when we use that as a stream camera for so long.
I needed to learn ASL because I was my eardrum ruptured.
Oh, no.
And since then, I have had a bit of trouble hearing, mainly with directional hearing. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Can you give opinions on the pose and anatomy so far of my OC? I don't know if we're gonna do any art feedback today.
Yeah, I don't think we will. Maybe on like if we ever do a critique stream. But I would just say keep it up, you know.
Hey Cyber, how you doing? Working again? Oh yeah, Cyber Monday. Oh, Cyber Monday. Let's go.
Monday.
Oh, okay. We wanted to be prepared in case I lost the hearing in my left ear. That's smart. That's smart. Cyber Monday. Let's go. Amazing how in small country like Taiwan, such a short time you can travel all over. Yeah, that's one of the cool things. I mean, I'm kind of ready to wrap up soonish if you want.
Yeah, I'm ready to wrap up too. You know, fun clothing studies.
Yeah, cheeky little Sunday stream. Don't forget, by the way, Anime Art School is 25% off.
Yes.
If you want to learn the fundamentals, this is basically a mini college online at your own pace. And so if you're wanting to go through and learn these fundamentals, like what you see on stream today, there's a full 14-week-long clothing and costume drawing class in Anime Art School.
Yes. The sale actually ends tomorrow.
Yes, the sale ends end of day tomorrow. So if you want to get it, it's very discounted right now. Very much discounted. And yeah, you can go check it out on drawanime.com. A lot of fun classes to go through. Anatomy of figure drawing, perspective, clothing drawing, character design, painting.
This is basically the quality of the drawings, I would say.
Yep. And yeah, like this that I showed earlier. What's up?
I really like this drawing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Cool. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, this is actually a still life demo that I did in the class in real time. So I walk you through literally the entire process. Teach you how to render. I teach you color theory. You know, we do studies and still lives and talk about how to break things down using 2 values, 3 values. We talk about even like simultaneous contrast. Ooh, that's crazy. We talk about all that kind of stuff in my painting class, and also backgrounds and environments and stuff like that. It's big.
Yep.
Hopefully they have some cool cards on sale. You're gonna say Cyber Monday like your name every single day from now on for the rest of your life.
It's funny. What cards? Do you accept touch and go?
What is touch and go? Is
What
that
is
like
that?
a payment method? I'll show you touch and go.
Oh, cute little feet.
I don't know what that is. Collect playing cards.
Ah, playing cards, that's
Interesting.
cool.
Payment method, yeah.
Mm.
It should take all the main payment methods. You can use PayPal. You can use like a Visa, and
Use card.
yeah, there's like a bunch of different stuff. You can check if it'll support 8 decks so far. It's on the page. Awesome, Chuko, thank you. Well, that was a fun little stream. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
do some like more clothing studies tonight.
Do it and sign up for Secret Santa.
Yeah, that's a really, really cute tier one. Honestly, you should take like your drawings of all the girls and like compile them into like a collection.
Yeah, I really should. Like throughout the streams and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Was nice. cool chill stream. Love Tira's clothes. Ever since I saw that in the mall,
I can't. Yeah.
I knew. I was like,
we knew.
Tira.
It just meant for Tira.
It's very cute.
Thank you. All right. Well, have a good night, chat.
There's that. Yeah. Good night. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're going live tomorrow as well. We did live Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Yeah. We're gonna be live tomorrow.
Yes. So bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
We will see you. Don't forget, sign up for Secret Santa on the Discord server and announcements.
Yep.
Go do that. It's going to be a really fun event. You're not going to want to miss out because last year it was super fun.
It was really fun. I can't wait to do it.
Although I see you tomorrow, although I definitely have work. Bye-bye, Gene. Hope to see you soon as well. Oh, there it goes. Okay, see ya.
See ya.
And bye-bye, YouTube as well.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for stopping by.